Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Saturday. Welcome to your weekend. You made it. Good job. Proud of you. It is I, Hazel. What else can I say? That one streamer, the cat, you know, the only one. All of the other cats are holograms. That's not true. Yay, Cracker, thank you for the 44-month reset. Appreciate it. Hello. Hello, Hazel and Miss Kira. Miss Kira was sitting on my desk and I'm trying to brush the kitty hair off of my... I guess I could just chuck it in the wash later today. Yeah. But I'm glad that you're not... she was like sleeping like where my mouse goes, so this should work better. Good day, everyone. Good day to you. Good morning. Your pick for European champion, Italy, is playing in the round of 16. Are you excited? Yes, I am excited. That's exciting. Pet Pepsi, thank you for the 2-month resub. Started watching you since WOD and just recently discovered I could have done this a while ago. Aw. Appreciate the Prime sub. Vishnu Allah. I am here. I am awake. I am ready to rock and roll. I have 12 weapons that I'm missing, and I am weirdly motivated to try to get them all. Now that I have the mythic Siege of Orgrimmar bow, it feels like I should be able to 100% hunter weapons. So, I'm sitting in some of the longest LFR queues for Siege LFR because I'm missing 2 weapons. This is one of them, and that's the other one from Siege LFR. I figure I'll sit in that queue, and then while I'm in queue for these things, I'm going to try to farm. We've got 4 world drop weapons here. One of them can farm here, one of them can drop here, one in the summit, one in the waste, and then one of them in the endgame isle zones. And my main plan for farming them is to... Let's see where this won't be in my way. Quest/kill things. I think farming them is better, like if you can find a good area to mass farm them. But questing seems nice because it seems harder for me to mess up and do well, I guess I could always do it inefficiently, but let's not worry about that. Gags158, thank you for the 15-month resub. Happy Saturday, Hazel. Happy Saturday. This is an add-on called Trove Tally that I'm using to track the remix weapon drops in particular. I imagine that all the things might do it, but this is just a really convenient, nice interface to help. I know it's not the only add-on. Somebody was talking about a different one yesterday, but I like Trove Tally. I have it linked in my add-ons spreadsheet. Siege more palatable raid in LFR? No, it's not. And I don't think there's a huge incentive to do it in LFR unless you need the LFR mogs, so the queues seem to take forever. The time gates will still take just as long, I think. I don't know if they make you do both towers on Galacrass or not. I hope not. We'll find out. You don't have to do that wing. But I decided in the interest of queue times to queue for all 4 wings so that I can be waiting in queue while doing them. And so that I can be in queue for all 4 of them at once. So we'll see. We'll feel it out. If there's any luck in the world, then we'll just get them early and then we don't have to worry about any more Siege LFR. I do also need one thing from Throne of Thunder LFR. Kind of a cool looking polearm, and then 3 items remain from the tier 14 raid LFR. Oh, we did get a queue to pop. That's something. Oh, no. No. Where's my exit button? Oh, there it is. No, that's switch pet. Forfeit. I don't want to do a pet battle right now. I'm sorry. In a couple of raids, was unable to trade weapons to people. Is that an item level issue? LFR... the LFR weapons cannot be traded. The normal and heroic and mythic weapons should be. If they're blue or higher, you can trade them, and if they're green, then you're out of luck. I believe is the way it's set up. These should be unique colors to remix, but now I don't know. I thought they were unique, and now I'm confused. I'm easily confused. I'm planning to get all of them anyways. None of these are things that I've collected. Because you had trouble reading it, is round of 16 not what it is in English? I know there are semi and quarterfinals, but not a dedicated word for the round before the quarterfinals other than round of 16. It's not 8 final. No, I don't think there's a word for 8 final. I think I'm just unfamiliar with tournaments in general, and just wanted to say the words real slow to try to figure out what you meant. So I don't think that's an English thing. I think that's a Hazel thing. You're fine though. Morning, Hazel. Good morning. Here, I want to read it again and find out what I thought. Where did I get tripped up? Is playing in the round of 16 right now. Is playing in the round. Yeah, no, it makes sense. I'm just having a moment. I wonder which wing we got. Good morning. Good morning. It might rain today. It's been humid. It is humid and it is a little bit warm. And I am not finished the news video. News video is running late. I did record it this morning, but it's not out yet because I still have to edit it. So that'll be my project for the afternoon. Okay.
Oh, hello, friends. We've just
I know that Siege is different for Horde and Alliance. Like different things, trash gets skipped. And it seems like in Remix, I guess this is going to be an Alliance group because it's LFR, but like in the normal and Heroics, it's always a cross-faction group, and I can never... I'm playing a gnome, but I feel like I usually end up doing the other version of this. People are waiting over here. That seems reasonable. Both Heroic and Mythic Siege again last night. I might need help. No rain allowed. I wouldn't mind a little bit. A little bit of rain might be nice. You know, water the plants, water the grass, water the lakes, water the ducks. It is 8th final in German. There's also a 16th final. German is just a good language. Beg to differ. The lakes are already watered. They can be more or less watered. I've seen lake levels when there's drought, and it's not pretty. It's not great. Did you see the hints regarding the next 3 raids in the War Within? I didn't. I did not see the hints. I can't imagine it's anything that's going to change my life right now, though. I think that I'm very happy to raid in whatever environment they choose. What raid would I not want? I don't know.
All right, Shanna, you're up.
The Flatland crossover where it's just a bunch of geometric shapes with no textures. I think I'm pretty happy with wherever it is. I like rain, but it's the long weekend. I suppose it is a long weekend. But maybe just like a little rain today and then it'll be cleared up by Monday. Jumping puzzle, the raid. Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
Looks like I'm in the
Permadeath, the raid. Got the Forgotten Hippogriff. Only took 2 hours flying around, finding them 5 crystals. Congratulations.
Let's settle this.
If you hear the gnomes say forge ahead, great heroes, you can skip all the trash, but if not, your horde gotta fight it. I did turn voice acting on. I forget why. There's some... Oh, no, I turned it on in beta. Oh, I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky. That was one of the 2 weapons I needed. I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, it is. I only need 1 more now. Oh, the first boss I did. Watch me get the same staff like 9 times in a row now. Nice. How do you like a raid mechanic where you had to play trumpet? You mean like in that, I was going to say Tazavesh, but... Yeah, in Tazavesh when you were like on stage and you had your instrument, or do you mean like they need me to pick up a brass instrument, play some tones into the microphone? Gives us an idea of what the following raids are going to be. No spoilers, but the concepts seem cool. Fine, but it has to be here clear tomorrow. Something in between. Oh man. Tazavesh boss is my favorite in the whole game. Is it really? I loved the concept, but I was heartbroken when I found out that the music that is playing during the fight has nothing to do with the music that your characters are creating. And I get that the whole thing is like, oh man, your characters are not very good. You know, boo, get them off the stage, etc. But like, I thought it was gonna be so sick if it was like, I don't know, at least in time, like if the mechanics happened like on beat or something. I was ready for like rhythm game, and then it was nothing close. It was nothing even remotely close. Don't want to see Dragon Soul coming back anytime soon. Spider definitely. Wouldn't say I played an instrument, thinking more along the lines of Guitar Hero or something, but you know, trumpet hero. I don't know if wind instruments lend themselves well to hero games. I guess your voice is a wind instrument, and Rockman's quite successful. You know, everybody loves karaoke. So that's like the old bard concept where you have to sing into your mic to heal people, and it checks to see whether or not you're in feeds.
Slew the Pandarin of old.
Do you love karaoke? I love the concept of karaoke. I haven't done like public karaoke ever. I've done games like Rock Band and whatever with my friends as a teenager, and it's been 10 plus years since I've done that. I think I would be too self-conscious, especially if I'm not drinking. I don't. Sober karaoke sounds like an adventure for a more enlightened version of me that I am not. Cannot sing, that does not stop me. I feel like they're only fun if nobody can really sing. If anybody is really good, then, you know, good for you. Congratulations. Go get your record deal and leave us alone. Did public karaoke once as a teenager and it haunts me to this day. It's like the most fun thing to watch in karaoke is somebody that is clearly not very good, but is just going for it. Like there's a magic combination of they're not perfect. They know they're not perfect. Because sometimes it's a little uncomfortable if someone thinks that they're Celine Dion and they are not, but they don't know that. Somebody who's like self-aware about being not great, but then is just committing anyway. That's very fun. True for any party game, really. Nobody likes the Mario Kart Pro.
You now face the pride.
50k time walking badges. Ho, ho, ho. That's quite the collection.
Calculations incorrect. Perhaps another 800 years.
I would be so tickled pink if I somehow got the second appearance in the same wig. That would be wild. Somebody left. I wonder if they thought that it was like over. It's not over. We gotta kill this boss. I think that the model of karaoke where it's private rooms and not just like a big open bar is much better. I don't know if that's caught on in many places in the West, but I feel like the Nordebong concept is like way better. You know, just like go have fun with the people that you know. Don't inflict me on people that I don't know. You know what I mean?
Time for a little target practice. Perhaps I could have used some enhancements. Avenge me, brother.
Are you bugging out the bugs? What's happening? I think somebody arrived late and entered when it was in progress and it reset the boss or something. I don't know. I don't keep hyper track of what's going on in LFR chat, and I don't really expect anybody else to either, and apparently it sometimes causes problems. Should be good now, though. I'm getting my hopes up. I'm manifesting. I'm visualizing the Drake Binder Spire dropping. I'm ready for it. No, I got a different weapon. I got a Spire of Supremacy, which I got the item ID for, but I did have the appearance already. Interesting. Already? Maybe Garrosh will have it. If one person's still outside when the boss is pulled. Thanks for the input like video on YouTube. Helped me a lot. Found it yesterday. Oh, cheers! I almost remember making that. I think it's been a minute.
It is not too late.
You guys got fun plans for a long weekend?
Lay
Camping?
down
Barbecues?
the mantle, War Chief.
What else?
We can end this here.
People doing long weekends.
Now,
Sleeping.
more bloodshed.
What was
Do
it
you
about?
remember
Input lag, evidently. There was some kind of setting or whatnot that you could use to change your
World warlocks
your
practice their dark
input
magic
latency, and there was like a...
under our
I've really forgotten the details of it. Got back to retail for the first time in years, and it's a lot. It's Forbidden Reach worth doing.
We are
Early
the
gearing up zone.
Orcish horde.
Forbidden Reach is pretty obsolete. There's collectibles. to get if you like collecting, but if you're just looking for power, you can skip it completely. Your best bet if you want to gear up and catch up in gear right now is to either take a nap until the pre-patch event starts and then just do it then, or if you really want to do it now, go to the Emerald Dream and start doing Emerald Dream E stuff.
Forge a fragile alliance.
Taking Miles the dog far away from civilization to hide from fireworks. Aw.
In tearing them apart.
I hope you guys have a nice little trip.
I will correct the mistake I made.
Fireworks are no fun for animals that aren't
Spirits
all
of
about
the
them.
wind, the
I'm lucky
earth,
that Moosey and
the
Kira
water.
have been
Hear
fairly
my
chill with
call.
them.
Come
Going
to
for brunch
my
this morning and then into the woods.
Fool.
Good morning, everyone.
My
Good morning.
dark shaman
Just don't know the video what you can do with input lag and WoW.
tortured the elements for miles
I want to say it had something to do with spell queuing as well, but
once again
I'd have to look it up. I bet it would be news to me.
and powerless to do anything.
Never powerless, Garrosh. And never alone.
So
You wish
Ooh.
to face off against
I had the
a
hardest time getting out of bed this morning. I was not a good sport about it.
so
I was not being my best self. I woke up at my alarm and I looked at it and I went, ugh. And then I like watched the clock, literally physically watched it for like 12 minutes before I was finally like, you're never gonna talk yourself into getting up. You're just gonna have to move the legs. Don't think about it because that's not working. One foot in front of the other and you can whine the whole time if you want.
the tools
2 more
of
70s
war
cranked out. Very nice. Phase 2, congratulations.
Yes, I can see it now. I can see the future of this world. A world ruled
We
by
did
the
a
whole
normal clear of the new raid on beta yesterday, or at least of the available bosses, the 7 that you can try. Which was great, because I got to see the 3rd phase of the council boss, which is good. It had some new mechanics that I hadn't seen before, so I'm happy about that. I got all my footage, I got it all backed up a couple times. I always like doing that for safety, because it would be like horrible if like raid testing was over and then like my hard drive failed and I lost all my footage. It's never happened to me. Any luck?
is what
No, I
I
don't think so.
what I have seen.
No, I got a pair of shoulders. It's never happened to me, but it would be so awful because you can't make that up. Like, that's your window to get that footage, and then it's over. There's really no... If you don't want to be constructing it from scratch in Microsoft Paint, you better have it. So I usually back it up onto another drive and then also the cloud if I can. We don't even fall down 1 floor? I think that's only, like, if in Garrosh, I think that might be Mythic only. Oh, no, it's not. You're right. There's, like, a thingy. Although I always thought of that as going up. I don't know why. Trove Tally is an add-on that's tracking weapon appearances that I am missing. I don't know if I want to do the clocks. I mean, all of the wings have something. This wing has Immersives and Protectors. This wing has Gallicrass. This wing has Spoils. And then the last wing has Paragons. I'll probably just sit in queue for that. I'd love to crank out that last Siege LFR appearance. That would be really nice. I'm pretty happy with this one, though. That's a good one. Hour early today to do 60 push-ups and 100 crunches, plus level 64 in my first Dragonelle character. Haven't played retail since the week Shadowlands was released. Nice! You're feeling the burn. Do love weird staffs with eyes on them. Eyes, tentacles, goopy bits, anything wriggly, writhy, you know. Dripping is sometimes good. You know, it's got, put a little interest on it. Have something that makes you think. And you cannot just buy these. No, they must drop from their relevant piece of content. It's one of the most annoying things about Remix. Although I'm complaining about it, but I'm also kind of having a ball farming them, so maybe I should stop complaining. All the things you wouldn't want to have in your own kitchen. Home from riding my motorbike at the London Pride Parade. So hot in London today. Happy to be home now with Hazel. I hope you had a wonderful day. Nice, refreshing, cold water, beverage, etc. How many crunches was it? 100. Holy smokes. You're building your abs. I've
We shall never yield. Stay focused.
got a new favorite show that I had been kind of putting off trying on Netflix because whenever I saw the preview, I was like, this looks really grim and brutal and vaguely violent, and I don't want to watch it. It looks scary. But I finally turned it on, and it's I'm obsessed right now. I think I'm just like my brain's kind of looking for something to latch onto. But I've started watching Physical 100, which is like a Netflix show where mainly Korean athletes compete in like various like physical challenges and stuff. Like they do wrestling, and there's like other challenges, and it's kind of like an elimination competition show. And I thought that it was going to be like really like, I don't know, mean and brutal, but it's so fun and so cool to watch, and I'm just like real excited all the time I watch that. I'm only 3 episodes in, and I'm absolutely obsessed. Where in all the things you can find the transmog list? This is an add-on called Trove Tally. It's not all the things at all. Man, do they stretch it? I just skipped to the challenges in the end. Oh man, I love watching all of the run-up to them. I want to know the background of like who it is and what they're known for doing, and I don't know. I like getting invested. I need to defeat a Shah that is presumably in this stump. There must be an easy way in. Like this. There we go. Went out to sushi last night. Wife and I fell down the rabbit hole of looking up old friends from high school on Facebook. Nice. Are those two things connected? Like you looked up somebody and then you went out to sushi with them and the wife, or like you guys were just like at the restaurant on your phones being like, I wonder what they're up to. How to beat remix? Bad memory leak. Super interesting to see. Do you have a favorite yet? No, right now I'm just like very impressed by everybody, and every time somebody does something exciting, I'm like fully invested. I'm only on episode 3. I'm partway through it. I watched a little bit this morning. I'll probably finish it after stream. No luck with that. We're in queue for Siege LFR, and I'm hoping to get this Amber Weaver's Conduit staff from doing these questing boxes. That's what I'm questing out here for, is to try to get that to drop. People are super impressive, man. I think there's something fun about watching somebody that is technically the same species as you perform activities that make it abundantly clear that they could crush you like a bug. Talked about Halloween being around the corner. Old friend used to work at a haunted house. We went to see what happened to them. How many weapon skins do you think you have left? Been trying to collect some of them myself. I have 11 left for Hunter, because I got one this morning and I started with 12. I don't know yet whether I would try to do any that cannot drop directly for Hunter. Or if I would get another character set up and ready to go to try to use for it. Not 100% on how I want to go about that. It's kind of a cross that bridge when I get to it sort of thing.
We keep the darkness.
Well, there's lots of quests out here.
We are the watchers.
Holy smokes,
on
it's a
the
lot of
wall.
quests.
Pandaria conceals the great darkness.
Remember to take your bag of supplies. Okay. I feel like I've gotten into a few too many things, and I'm just gonna click on stuff and hope for the best.
And if you see, it has been
I don't
quite
really know what they
some
want from me
time
here.
since someone was brave.
Second season aired already. Yeah, I'm excited that I've got more to go. Last 3 from Throne LFR is just horrible. Yeah, we'll have to see. Once I get this one, I'll probably start queuing for Throne LFRs, I think.
You have my attention.
Oh, they're coming. Okay. I was gonna say, I need to fight
Keep your
people in
eyes
here.
keen.
I don't like
See
their
you again
odds.
soon. Good to see you, friend.
Unfortunately for you, you're in the Panda
Do
version
not
of
hold
Remix,
back.
where we were able to get kind of wildly overpowered. Bummer for the
You
NPC.
Have bested
Not sure what
me.
class you signed up for, but will you tell us what the first one
My
was?
compliments, friend.
Yeah, I don't think
I
I'll be able
cannot
to
remember.
not, because
Now
I'm
do
a
not
big
worry.
baby,
I
and
will go easy
I like
on
to
you.
whine when I'm sore.
You are
So after I go, I'm gonna be like,
It
guys,
is
I am made of noodles,
But we
and
are
I will not
not
be able to shut
done
up about that.
You have
I
certainly
can tell
earned my
already.
respect.
The two events are not related, no. I think I'm just on... I would say I'm on a
You and
fitness
I are
kick,
going
but
to
you
have
can't
a
say you're on a
long
fitness kick when you've done nothing related to fitness. You know, you gotta like pick up a weight or something before you can say that you're on a fitness kick. Not me just like wearing fitness clothes while on my couch watching other people exercise. Picking up moves counts. Yeah, that's fair.
Move like the night.
That's not nothing. I got a staff, but it wasn't the one I needed. I think I had that one already. Yeah, I'm looking for Amber Weaver's conduit. Watch 2 games of football and 3 YouTube videos about exercise, right? Random tune to sign the guild charter? Why am I today years old when I find out about treasure trove tally? Oh, hang on, there's a rare. This one? Yeah. Yeah, it's really nice.
Let's get down to business.
Without it, I would have had no idea of all of the weapon mods that I was missing from Remix. I would never figured it out. Trying to get in shape. I'm not shape round. I was trying to think about like if somebody was to ask me what my goals are, fitness wise. I was trying to define that because there's a lot of different reasons that people get into exercising as like a hobby beyond just like regular integrating into their daily life, because I'm not completely sedentary. It's not like I do nothing, but I do a lot of like walking and hiking, and the very occasional run, but it's all just like moving, like it's all leg stuff, nothing that really challenges my arms or upper body at all. So my cardio fitness is okay. I would say it's like a 3.5 out of 10. Give yourself some room for improvement. I'm not starting from nothing, but I'm also not starting from very much. CurseForge or WoW Up? CurseForge these days. I used to use WoW Up, but I switched at one point. New office on the 7th floor, doing once a day, stairs all the way up. That's a good amount of stairs. No, I've never run a 5K. I've like walked them before. Distance running doesn't really appeal to me. I couldn't tell you why, aside from the fact that it doesn't float my boat. At least at this time. I'm sure I could change my mind. Oh boy, Galacrest. Here we go. It is boring. That is fair. Yeah, I think my goal would just be to feel more grounded in my body and to feel a little bit more, I don't know. I feel like with my current level of fitness that my body is kind of at the mercy of, I don't know, gravity? Okay, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm sounding real dumb. I want to get so strong that the earth just can't hold me down anymore. What am I trying to say? I feel like it's very easy for me to get pulled out of alignment and to have poor posture and to have, like, you know, everything that goes along with that. And I think that with some more general core and back and strength building, it would be easier for me to maintain a more consistent posture and just better alignment, I guess. Yeah. I found an old Facebook post from me that claimed I ran 5K in like 25 minutes. I couldn't believe it. People speak of this runner's high that I've never experienced. I do run a little bit, but I don't run distance. I go out and I run with the intent to break a sweat, get my heart rate up, maintain that for a little bit. You know, I don't do it for ages. I do it for like 10 to 15 minutes. Do a little loop, a couple kilometers, come home, call it a day.
Footmen to the front.
Investment in a good future. Yeah.
Dragonmar supporting the
Yeah, I
warship.
wouldn't say that I want to get like shredded because it sounds like more work than I'm willing to sign up for, and I'm fundamentally lazy.
Bring her proto-drake down, and the rest of the dragon.
Wouldn't kill me to get like 10% more shredded.
We're going to need some serious firepower.
If I'm running, something's chasing me, you should run too.
Commandeer those towers. Turn the anti-air batteries around and blast her from the
I've done
sky.
a couple marathons, and
Four.
after every single one I
Some
say,
of
that's
you
the
should
most
stay
fun I'll
behind
never
to
want to
hold
have
the
again.
One.
Dragonmaw clan, retake the docks and push them
But
into the sea.
I'm increasingly aware that at this point in my life, I don't really do anything hard. I don't do anything. I spend a lot of time doing easy things and then giving up. And that's kind of depressing. That's vaguely unmotivating. I don't want to, I don't know, live my entire life and never try anything difficult. Yeah, I think there's a misconception that some people fall into where they're like, I don't want to work out because I'm gonna get too big and burly, and not that easy. Owie! Something's hurting me. It's probably somebody's gem. That's Searing Light. There's Vindication. Righteous Frenzy. Somebody's Righteous Frenzy. It's not even mine! Somebody's hurting me. Sometimes I wonder if being more fit would give more general confidence just in, I don't know, walking around and being a human being, or if that's like a misconception and I could get fit and I would be just as anxious and uncomfortable and nervous, but just with more muscles. Read a great book on neuroplasticity that puts some of these things into context. Which one did you read? I love that topic. I've got a few books on it. We were talking about martial arts yesterday. I haven't ever considered seriously taking any martial arts training. My understanding is that if I ever end up in physical combat with anybody else in my life, I'm gonna have to die. I'm just gonna perish, and that's that. I think that I am already injury prone without doing any kind of training that puts me in opposition to somebody. I understand that it's possible to train in martial arts without injuring yourself upon other people or vice versa, but it just seems like I don't know. I don't like my odds.
Turn the siege weapons to attack that tower, then bury them alive.
She's turning her siege weapons on her own towers.
If you did that in person, you need to hire a small venue hall. Never mentioned the viewer count. As far as I know, there's 12 of us, and I'm sticking to that conception. Janky too, thank you for the brand new set. Appreciate it. Ow, ow, ow! People's righteous frenzy is bullying me. Try to find the book title. Nice confidence boost to think, you're a jerk to me, but I could take you. Katie, what you doing back there? Most useful thing I learned in martial arts wasn't how to fight, it was how to fall more safely. That was a lesson I could have used more before I tried bouldering. I liked bouldering a lot when I went, but I messed up one of my feet falling incorrectly. I knew the theory of how to fall correctly, like I'd watched some YouTube videos and I don't think I ever saw a demo, but like I looked it up and I knew the theory, but like when it actually came to like disengaging off the wall, I just kind of panicked and did it terribly. And maybe heights isn't the best place for me. Maybe it is, I don't know. It also, this is very spoiled to me, but bouldering chewed up my nails. I found it was not congruous with keeping a cute manicure. $23 million HP brings me down to 50%, and I'm like, what? The squeezers. Yeah. But I don't know. Right now I'm just in a zone where I'm very impressed with what other people can physically do with their bodies, and I'm looking at mine like, what can you do? Anything? You got anything? Yes? No? Should we find out? You know, I've been living my life up to this point, and I have no idea how much I can bench. 4 or 5? 7 pounds? We don't know. Four benches? 3 benches and a dog. At least 7. I've come to understand the bar is like 45, so I may need to get past 7.
Both of them. Fire the cannons.
I'm somebody that can't even do a push-up. Like I cannot do a real push-up. I have tried. It is at this stage in my life not happening. Maybe a picnic bench. Most should be able to lift their weight. I don't know if I could. Not being like, just because I don't have very strong arms or upper body, and because I'm tall, I would, like, if we're talking my own body weight, that would be more. Can you do a push-up on your knees? Barely. Barely,
We'll
yeah.
see if he's managed to keep up his end.
It's not about doing things you cannot do. That's true. That's a very good point. Right now, the only muscles I have are from walking my dog, and I think they're going to go away because for a while, Moose was getting very big and strong, but he was also all over the place and would pull a lot, and walking him was kind of like flying a very strong, excited kite. And now he's doing much better, and he's learning how to heal, and he's not perfect, but it is no longer the same kind of endurance exercise to try to take him from a walk without allowing him to get any bunnies. Well, he does still really like bunnies. So I feel like if I earned any muscle from flying the Moose kite, they're gonna go away. Challenges their whole body or core strength. Well, if I know myself, it's that I'm gonna talk about it for 2 weeks and then get obsessed with something completely different and then not follow through. It would be cool if I didn't. It'd be nice if it was something that got me out of the house a little bit.
What? Corcoran! To the gate! Have anything to say for
I just think that athleisure is really comfy. And I know you don't have to work out to wear it, but it would be cool if I did. I was talking about this yesterday, but it's the fish shirt paradigm. It's like, you know,
We're here for Kalimdor. Get forces inside
do the hobbies
gates
for the
while
wardrobe that
we
you want to wear.
distract the enemy.
Storm!
Also, it would be extremely funny if we unironically had Hazelnutty Games days. What if one day there's like a log and it's trapping a bunch of kittens and the kittens need me to save them, and in order to do that I need to be able to lift like a fallen tree or like a six-wheeler. Six-wheeler? 18-wheeler. I don't know how many wheels trucks have. Who let me stream?
Our enemies have finally arrived. Demolishers! Fire at will!
Bet you would be great at jujitsu. I think the most athletic training, if we can call it that, was, or at least the closest related thing was, I did years of dance classes when I was a child and like young teenager. I think I did them up until like 14 years old, maybe 13, 14. But it wasn't super explosive dance. I did mainly tap dancing, you know, really thoroughly modern and part of the current cultural movement. Tap dancing. And then like one ballet class for posture and strength building, and then like the occasional jazz dancing class. Hang out wearing workout tank tops and athletic shorts. It's a running joke when I hop on work calls that I don't own sleeves. Kind of like, oh, it's a thinking sport. Involuntary yoga. Paula Abdul does tap. She is the moment. we do love Paula Abdul, I think. No, I haven't done a tap dance show. I don't know if I would remember any of it. I remember like one thing that I do with my feet to fidget, and that's about it. It's like how even after you've quit an instrument, you'll still do the fingerings just to fidget when you're thinking. Just do major scales. I need to go get my loot, please. Let me in. I need to find out if I got my Drake Binder's Spire. Or I guess I could leave and loot my mail. It's off the boss, so it would come to my mailbox. I think we're gonna have to do that. I don't think it's gonna let me in. Bad news, Italy's down 1-0, almost halftime. Oh man. Chin up, friends. You know. I felt bad for the Oilers players after they lost the Stanley Cup because I didn't watch the game, but I heard that it was like they were down 3 games and then they won 3 games and they pushed it to a game 7 and then they did not win, and you know, that must have been disappointing. I'm sure they worked very hard. I recommend first wing 4 bosses per queue pop. Yeah, I'm multitasking queue pops. I'm trying to be in queue for all of them. I mean, I'm still in queue for the first one. I'm just trying to have a queue, like all of the queues running for maximum in time. Oh, yeah. But we need to go loot a mailbox to find it, because what if it dropped? It could have dropped. Refuse to do Elfar Gallicrass and spoils. We did a Gallicrass once this morning, and I don't feel like it took that long, but also I was talking about TV, so I don't know. No, I got a belt. That's not what you want. How's my thread count doing? 223k. Maximum Q efficiency. Best way to get all the world drops? Boxes seem like the only valid options in some areas. I mean, you can always try farming open world mobs and rares, like those can drop them. It's just a question of how quickly you can farm them, what the respawn's like, and if that feels fun for you. Because at a certain point you will run out of quest boxes to get. I haven't got to that point yet, but if it happens to me, I'm probably just gonna farm mobs and hope for rares. Okay. There's also turtles? Tortoises. But yeah, Zoldak knows all the farm spots. Well, I guess if I run out here, I could always do Jade Forest, but I don't really want to do Jade Forest quests. Also, I don't need those guys. Although I could just kill them for loot chances, you know. If it's like a big pack, it's easy to pull. That's pretty nice. Mythic Siege, and you can do all of the Siege difficulties in one day if you want. They're all on separate lockouts. It's the only raid that works like that in Remix. The other ones you can do normal or heroic, but for Siege you can do normal and heroic and mythic if you want. It would be an enormous day, filled with a lot of Gallicrass, but you can do it. I watched Happy Death Day yesterday, and I think I just like horror comedies. Do you have a favorite in that genre? You know, I'm not sure if I've seen anything in that genre. Horror comedies. I've seen... No, I don't know if I have. Groundhog Day, but the protagonist gets killed every day. The one with Natasha Lyonne was kind of like that. What was that one called? It was a Netflix show. I watched the first season of it, and she replays the same day, but she dies every day. Russian Doll. Yeah, that's the one. I like that, but that's just because I like that actress. I suppose it was also a good joke. Would Ghostbusters be a horror comedy? Shaun of the Dead? Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that. Maybe. I'm not gonna lie, zombie films kind of blend together after a while. It's not my preferred genre. I think part of the main appeal of zombie media is the evergreen party question of what would you do in a zombie apocalypse, and it's kind of imagining like how you would navigate whatever the difficulties are and how well you would fare in such a survival situation. And it sounds awful to me. I wouldn't like any of it. It would smell very bad, and it seems like it's just unpleasant, and the question is, how unpleasantly are you going to die and when? There's not a lot of real happy ever afters going on, and even if it is happy ever after, it's happy ever after with a bunch of Walking Dead somewhere, so I don't know. What would I do? Die. Yeah, I would not survive a zombie apocalypse. I don't think I would fare very well after any kind of breakdown of society. Best horror comedy is Army of Darkness. Scary movie series. I've heard of scary movies, but I haven't, like the series, not just the concept. But I haven't seen them. I would also have to do agriculture while dodging zombies. No thanks. If I could if I could split up a zombie apocalypse the same way that I split up chores with Flabby when we play survival games. Flabby and I play a game like Valheim. Our preferred thing to do is I want to stay home and I want to craft and I want to base build and I want to farm and I want to cook, and then he wants to go fight stuff. And we're like, you know, sometimes I will come on the adventures and sometimes he will craft stuff, but like for the most part, it's very uncharacteristically domestic. If I could do a zombie apocalypse just like that, where I don't have to go within like a kilometer of any zombies and I just get to stay home and worry about the cabbages and the sweet potatoes and the lettuces and the chickens. I'm sure that's stressful in its own way, but you know, nobody's pulling my intestines out my knees. Make sure Flabby's with you when the world ends, right? Zombie apocalypse is the perfect reason to start working out. Such viscera before I finished my coffee. Mornings are for coffee and viscera. That sounds like a podcast. Hailing coffee. I took Moosey to another pet store in my tour of the city's pet stores that I can walk Moosey to yesterday, and he's so cute in the store when he goes shopping. He's really pretty polite. He'll follow me around, like if I he'll be looking at something, and if I want to go look at something else, I'll be like, "Come on, buddy, let's look at this," and he'll be like, "Oh, okay, mom." He doesn't just like help himself to stuff for the most part, but he'll like sniff around, and you can like he'll kind of like nudge at something if he really wants it. Or like I'll take things in and I'll show him things, and I'll be like, I'll let him like sniff different things to see if anything, you know, sticks out to him. I was just there to buy nail clippers, and I did buy nail clippers, but then I also bought 2 different types of treats and a toy because I've never had a baby before that liked toys to this degree. I love Miss Kira dearly, but it's hard to spoil her because she's extremely picky, and I spent years buying her things only for her to have interest in nothing but the receipt.
Adventure together again, except this time, I am afraid once the Titans
Yeah, I got him
use
some
these
stuff.
life-giving waters.
He picked out these cookies that he was like really, really interested in, and I bought them for him. And they're like, I don't know, they're made in Canada, kind of Canadian bacon blueberry wafers. I don't know how they made them. They look like crackers, but he is utterly obsessed with them. He will do things that like normally he wouldn't dream of doing. If he knows you have a cookie in your hand, he will follow you to the ends of the earth, which is useful when you're trying to get him to come inside at the end of the night. I did not taste them, but I don't eat meat like Moosey does. Does your nephew like toys, and are you allowed to get him some? He does like toys. I do occasionally shop for him for like birthdays and Christmases and stuff. But the thing to remember with the nephew is that my sister and her family don't have the most enormous place. And also, you know, nobody wants to be like drowning and stuff. And that my nephew is the only baby in the family on, I think, a couple of sides right now. So all of the aunts and uncles and parents and grandparents and every adult in my family, all of the baby gifts funnel down to this one child. So you gotta kind of be mindful of overwhelming them with stuff when you're shopping for them. I typically get him books, because he likes books and because they can kind of rotate in and out and not like, you know, stack up endlessly. And they're usually not too annoying. My favorite is when I can find, sometimes you'll find like a kid's book that has like a matching little plush toy that's like of a character from the book, and I think that's the coolest thing ever. So I find those when I can. We made a rule that big toys get to stay at the house of the giver. Kiddo can go play with it there. There's a good rule. My dream is to get a drum kit for the kid a couple I don't like. Husband almost did that to a neighbor. How are we doing? Have we gotten lucky? Nope, still missing the Drake Binder's Spire. But as I understand, my nephew has no shortage of toys with which to occupy himself. Oh, I've got things I can vendor. 110 gold, my goodness, I'm gonna be rich. Alright, come on, Drake Binder's Spire.
Special coming.
Protectors, come to my aid. We have not fulfilled our own.
Not see.
Special.
Little kids
Can
love
it
to hit
be?
things, and drums just channel that energy.
No. Golden Lotus? But they pledged their lives to defend this place.
My nephew is particularly fond of anything that spins. Whether readers, fidget spinners, tops, anything that dangles on a string that you can twist up and then like let it unspin. Highly exciting. So we've got quite a few things in the category of spinning objects. He's the only child that I know, so my model for all children is based off of this one individual child. As far as I know, they're all like that. Not familiar with any other ones, even though I understand they're
Must have been hidden
individual.
away long before recorded history, and with good reason.
Uh-oh.
In the chamber ahead, under our peaceful land, slept the heart.
Cousin turned 40, big into tabletop gaming, got him a dice set. The dice are bullets, and the dice holder is a revolver that spins. Lets you like fire the dice out to roll them. It's funny.
No further corruption will
I feel like anybody that's like a tabletop game person, you can get them some really nice dice, and that's like a pretty thing that they're gonna use. That's not too big, even if they have like multiple sets of them.
and save
He's your nephew for weight training to get you started.
You wish to purge the corruption?
I love him, but I am that person that is too awkward to just like pick him up and walk around with him. We get along, and he likes me enough, but like
This time,
he's
fail.
I am useless with children. I don't know what they want from me and how to provide that for them.
As pride.
My
You
nephew is
stand
2
tall
years
and
old.
proud
He's 2.
atop
He's
your
a toddler.
accomplishments, and this will be your downfall. Should you
Dice
wish
Goblin
to
here. Yes,
defeat
it's a
the
thing.
corruption, you will first need to purify
Almost a
the
three-nager.
corruption within yourselves. Speak to me again when you are prepared to face
Dice are pretty
your
cool.
inner demons.
Do you guys think marbles are ever gonna make a huge comeback? Get like super popular again? I'm kind of ready for a marble renaissance. I don't know what they're for. I don't really need to play any marble games. I don't want my dog to accidentally eat any marbles.
Worthy, and I
But
will
as
let you
objects in
pass.
themselves, I think they're pretty. I know I could purchase marbles for myself and then just own them.
The light cleanses.
I remember I used to buy like little bags of marbles sometimes as a kid, and they would be like an assortment, and they would have like different colors and like things suspended in them. And I would play the game sometimes on my own, but I don't see myself doing that anymore. Marbles Unstered. Yeah, let's make marbles have a comeback.
Proving yourselves worthy.
Nice to 56 that are purple and blue marbled. Ornate glass paperweights, or maybe you shouldn't.
Try your
I have no use for real paperweights.
when you are full.
I don't keep paper on my desk, and if I do, it's not flying away. There's no ceiling fans. There's no breeze out the window. There's no sort. This is stagnant air. They're not going anywhere. We're all magpies here. The point of paperweights is decoration. I don't know. I've got plushies for that. I'm okay. One thing I've learned from a bunch of moves is that I am not somebody that wants a lot of objects for the sake of objects. Stagnant gamer air. I do try to get the window open when I get a chance to sort of like air it out in here.
It's come, Joe.
Makes you keep the cat box real clean because nobody wants to sit and try to work and game it in place that smells like a litter box. You know something I do want they don't make anymore is a letter opener. They don't make them anymore. Which is funny because you still have to open letters. I just rip them apart like an animal. If I have like mail and I need to get into it, I just destroy. I'm like one step removed from gnawing my way into it.
I brought help.
Gloves, okay.
So Hellscream's arrogance unleashed
Is
the
it?
last of the Shaw. I am not surprised.
People leaving. Oh yeah, it is it because the next boss is whatchamacallit?
Here.
Gallicrass.
Left his weapon behind.
Give a letter to Moose to open. I don't want to do it because I don't want to teach him to like eat mail. But I would be very curious to find out what he would do if I offered him like a letter. I think he would take it. Usually if I offer him something, he'll sniff it and he'll be like, for Moose? And then he'll like take it in his mouth and then take it somewhere to try to figure out what it is and if he can eat it. I gave him a raspberry the other day. And he was like pulling it to pieces and like licking them and then thinking about them for like a really long time. Like he was doing some scientific testing on this raspberry. I think if I gave him a letter, he would take it. For Moose, yes. Can eat? Also, yes. Writing up a food review. I don't think he likes them very much because he ate it eventually. Well, I mean, it was his first one. Sometimes he takes a long time to eat the first version of a thing that I give him. And it's just because he's like checking it out and getting to know about it and learning about it. So he'll take his time like sniffing and licking it before he finally eats it. So maybe if I gave him another raspberry, he would eat it more quickly. But like bananas or carrots, he will snarf. Like if I give him a little piece of banana, he'll be like, "Thanks, Mom." Go on. Yeah, they might be too sour. They were pretty sweet though. They were from my balcony. They were really yummy. I was gonna post an Instagram picture being like, "Look, I grew raspberries," and then I like ate them too fast, and then I was like, "Oops." Instagram will never know. But I'm looking forward to the War Within. I think it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna be here. It's gonna be kind of happening too fast. I'm too slow in the brain for change. Thought my pup wasn't okay to tear up. One of his favorite things was being given a cardboard box that was his that he could rip up. Oh man, I've never tried that with Missy. He might like it. He might eat it though. We had problems with that when he was a baby. Is he would take paper napkins and paper like cardboard from outside. He would find it and he would just consume it. Yeah, I hope Dells are fun too. They seem neat. I don't know how much time I'm going to be spending in them, and I don't think I will know until they actually come out and I've tried it and kind of gotten a feel for how it fits into my life. I want a Drakebinder Spire. I grew up having raspberry bushes in my yard, so I associate them with summertime. Much nunberries found in the garden. Yeah. Both of my grandparents, or two of my grandmas had separate raspberry patches. I have one pot that has like a raspberry cane plus a couple of little sprouts that give me raspberries, and if I had a yard or land, if I ever owned any arable land, I would do a huge row of them because they're just so yummy. And they're pretty easy. They're fairly like, I don't do much for my plants. If I'm growing something and it's hard to grow, it's gonna die and I'm gonna give up and grow something else. I'm not changing for my plants. My plants have to adapt to me. It's a process. It's a trial and error process of figuring out what plants fit with my life. And the raspberries have done really well. I don't do much for them. I water them on a good day. Dog loves to tear boxes up. Not like I can stop him. Big St. Bernard.
Looks like I'm in the market for a new assistant.
I don't think I'm gonna get any strawberries this year though. Maybe like one little one. They got kind of shaded out by some other plants. I think my hazelnut bush is toast. It got too dry. I had this little hazelnut plant that I've been growing for a few years, and I thought it was gonna be really cute if I could one day, I got a weapon, but not the one I wanted, have like a real hazelnut that I grew. Even if it wasn't any good, I don't know, but I think the plant's dead. And I can't really be bothered to try to rehabilitate it, so I think that dream's over. Bet said as long as he didn't eat entire boxes, he'd be fine. Yeah, paper and cardboard didn't actually cause Moose any problems. Like, he has eaten things that have been difficult for him digestively, and paper is basically just roughage to him. Gone the way of the lemon trees. I do still have a worm bin. Against all odds, I've been meaning to get rid of them for ages, but I don't know, I fed him again. It's great because the double whammy of the worm bin is that it's a place to put some of my kitchen scraps, which isn't a big deal because we have compost pickup here, so I can save all of my compostable waste and the city compost it, and it's not a big deal, so I don't need to put it in the worm bin, but I can. But the other thing is that I use my paper shredding, so if I'm shredding documents, it's kind of annoying to recycle paper shreddings because you need to keep them contained, but you want to use like a paper bag because it needs to go into the paper recycling. It's just kind of messy. But I can, with my worm bin, I literally give the paper shreddings to the worms, and it's awesome because they use it as bedding. They eventually eat it. As long as I just have to be really careful to make sure I don't shred any envelopes that have plastic in them because you don't want that in there. But I'm not really that picky about, like, I don't do super glossy paper or anything, but Some people don't like giving their worms bleached paper. I haven't found it to be an issue. I just kind of give them a regular shred bin contents, and they do great. You can't get rid of the worms. What if I got rid of the worms and then I had them again one day when it made more sense for me to have worms? You know, things that you experiment in life. You try things, and nothing says you have to stick to it forever just because you picked it up once. What if the worms were your GF? What do you mean? What do you mean? Like they're gluten-free? Gluten-free worms? Part of the appeal to getting worms in the first place was to be able to grow basically my own bait for fishing. But then I realized I'm too squeamish to murder a worm that has grown in my kitchen. I just can't do it. I feel too bad for them. I still go fishing, but I use like soft baits and stuff now and lures. I can't use live bait. It just freaks me out. It makes me feel too bad. I know they're just worms, but they're really upset. They do not like it. It is really gross. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ryan.
It is not too late.
Blackberries are delicious, but the plants are an absolute nightmare if they end up places that you don't want them.
We can end this
They're really hard to get rid of.
with no more bloodshed.
I do remember the drunk bees in late summer from them. I'd say fun, but not kind of scary. The wasps get very reckless.
Who allowed warlocks to practice their dark magics right under our feet.
No Drakebinder Spire yet. Still looking for it.
We are the Orcish Horde. The
Blackberry
true
pie is like one of the
Horde.
superior
We
summer fruit
die,
pies.
bloody and thrashing on the field of
Cherry pie is
battle,
good too, but blackberry
like
might be up there.
true Orcs should. You are an orc no longer, and speak for none but yourself. You betrayed our people to forge your fragile alliances, and I will take great pleasure in tearing them apart.
Then you have forced my hand. I will correct the mistake I made
Oh, I'm sorry to
long
hear
ago.
that.
Spirits of the
Sometimes
wind,
people here will grow
the
rhubarb,
earth, the
like,
water,
by
hear
the
my call.
sidewalk. Like, there'll be, like,
To my
gardens with, like, lettuce and rhubarbs and stuff, just kind of, like, on the grass that's between the sidewalk and the street.
My dark
And I always thought that was cool, that people can just, like, reclaim that space and just grow, like, produce.
for miles around.
You'd want to clean it really well before you try to eat any of it, but still.
Once again, you prove too weak and
How's Garrosh doing
powerless
today?
to do anything.
He looks like he keeps up with his crunches.
Never powerless.
It's kind of hard to tell. He's got the big belt on,
and
but
never alone.
So, you
I bet you
wish
he
to
does his
face
core work.
off against a real orc war chief. So be it.
do you think he gets warm with his big fur boots? There's like a lot of fire and
Garrosh,
furnaces around
son
here.
of Grom,
I bet his
will
toes are
show
sweaty.
you what it
I don't have a
means
pet.
to be called
What?
Hellspree. Anger, hatred, fear. They are weapons of war. The tools of a war chief.
I wish I could resize this. I just want to make it little. I want to keep it on the screen, but I want it to be itty bitty.
I can see it now. I can see the future of this world. A world ruled by the Horde. My Horde. You will be
Phase 3.
trapped for eternity. The true Horde will come to pass. I have seen it. It has shown me.
They're all looping at
I
him.
have seen mountains of skulls and rivers of blood, and I
So many things to
will
say.
have my world. No,
Okay.
cannot end.
Nope. Darn it. What? We got another cue to pop.
What I have
This thing will drop for me. We're gonna make it drop. Visualize it. Being a toddler and having to throw the harvest away a few months after Chernobyl. Holy smokes. Partner and I are officers of the guild trying to come up with fun social events. Anyone have favorites other than a T-Mog contest? I know people have done hide and seek in I don't know all the details of how it works, but I know that's possible. What else do people do for, like, social guild events? Gnome runs.
Nazgrim has failed us. Corcoran, destroy these intruders.
Tonk Wars and Silvermoon. That's fun. Mount-offs, if you've got collectors in your guild. Although the same person might win every time. That might be a game that's fun once. Pet battle tournaments. Wow, GeoGuessr is hard. I've tried it before. I can't. I'm useless. I don't know how people are any good at it. Mantaf would be fun. We have some heavy hitter collectors. GeoGuessr is amazing. Maybe next time I'm waiting for Galacross to spawn, I'll pull it up and see if I can do anything. Krendor incredibly good at GeoGuessr. Alright, come on, Drakefinder's Spire.
Never fail the war chief.
Also, out of curiosity, am I doing any damage?
Beware.
Oh, yeah. Something.
You die for the war chief.
Not quite. My friend's guild does a multiverse raid where everyone would play their mains on a spec they know nothing about. Oh, so like it's the same character, but you have to change to an off spec that you don't know. That's fun. Sometimes our alt raid runs turn into that, where people just kind of bring new alts that they're not that they're like new to key nights sometimes. That's when I played my Blood DK. Works great as long as the key level is low enough that I can just kind of run in and press a lot of buttons and hope for the best. Guild raid, but everyone has to bring a tune that was randomized.
You're still alive. Good. There's chaos in the city streets.
Flabby and I were talking about leveling randomized hardcore characters. But didn't really get anywhere. We started them, but it didn't make it past one night.
Our lives are holding, but Vol'jin's rebels are taking a beating.
The Kor'kron are making a push for this compound. They're not giving up.
We'll post up here with some troops.
Deploy the gear! Establish a perimeter!
I've been missing out for not having voice acting on. It's fun. You calling me Scruffy? I call Moosey that when he gets messy. I'm like, look at this dog. He's Scruffy. And then I brush him. Brush.
Don't worry, we've got your back. Forge ahead, brave heroes!
Hey, we recording? Yeah? Okay. Goblin Titan control module starting up. Please stand back. Checking out the daters. Hold on a second, will you? No.
For a second I thought he said he was checking out the taters.
That was really not
My boy left some tots in the oven.
Activating GB 11010 Armageddon class defense systems. Hey, does anybody know if we're zoned for this?
What's your guys' favorite party game? Like, digital party game? It's not like a board game, and not like charades, but like, you know, like a Jackbox game, or Mario Party, Kart, Smash Brothers, etc. What is Gartic Phone? I've never heard of that.
Help Zerg.
Mario Kart can be fun. You want people to be not too dissimilar in skill. It's sometimes it's less fun if somebody's like wildly ahead every time or wildly behind. I always used to get salty at parties because I would be like, people would be finished and they would be competing for like first place and they would be excited and having fun. And then meanwhile, I'm just trying to finish the track before the game timer cuts off and doesn't even let me finish because I've like run off. You know, the little guy with the cloud is like trying to pull me back onto the road. I've gotten turned around, I've gotten confused, I'm going the wrong way, I'm hitting all the cows, like, I've always found it very easy to get very tilted at that, because I clearly I'm not very good at Mario Kart. Friend usually has a Smash tournament. Ultimate Chicken Horse is a hoot too. What on earth is Ultimate Chicken Horse? Quiplash? I like Digital Pictionary. I like Scribble.io a lot. That's very fun.
50%. Hey, system reset requires 2 modules to complete.
Let me up. Let me up. I can help.
Don't turn the power off, or the whole thing will probably explode.
1 Drake Binder Spire, please. You race against your friends in a map, you can sabotage each other by placing obstacles. Oh.
Security system deactivated. Welcome back, Siegecrafter Black Fuse. Have a great day, and don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Anything? No? Mantle. 1 Drake Binder Spire, and then we never need to do Siege Elefar. Well, on the Hunter. Probably never again. We don't think we're really gonna start, like, gearing up a warrior for weapons, do we? Although, if I was, I wouldn't. But if I was, all of their bronze could go towards their gear. There's no, like, on this character I'm getting bronze, and it's just stacking up. Like, there's nothing to do with it. But then again, I don't need it to depend on my gear, because my gear is awesome. I don't believe these appearances are farmable in retail. I think the vast majority, if not all of them, are exclusive recolors to Remix. Back in Dragonflight proper, getting bronze bullions and also to turn in for transmogs. You know what I should do, actually? I should do, real quick today, the Big Dig. I haven't done the Big Dig in months. I'm not finished. Also, we should pronounce it very carefully when we're on stream, because every time someone goes, you say, what? No. We haven't done the Azerothian Archives Big Dig. Yeah. I haven't done it in ages. It should be starting in like 11 minutes. And... oh, somebody else got it, but not me, and they can't even trade it. I need that one. And I still need Transmog. I'm not done with it. Huge. Dig. With the shovel. Where you take the dirt and you move the dirt. Remind myself every week it's a thing. Yeah. I'm certainly not gonna finish all the Transmog collecting in this season of Dragonflight. I know there's still Emerald Dream Blossom Mogs that I don't have. What if I can do the Big Dig simultaneously with this Siege? Like, what if I could just kind of tab out and do both? Oh, no, I can't, because it's the same account. I was going to say, if it's beta and not beta, then you can kind of do it, but not for this. Although I guess there's no lockout here, so there's really no harm in me leaving, question mark? I would like to finish this wing. I'm not in queue for anymore. This was the last one I was queued up for. Druid forms you get it collected. I don't really worry about druid forms though. It's kind of like Drake armor or soul shapes. It's just something I'm okay with leaving alone. I'm not gonna get all of them. If I'm playing him in a season, like if I decide to play him as a bear tank for the War Within, which is possible, I'm gonna want to gear up and play at least one tank in the War Within. I don't know which one yet, but one of them. And I decide that I like, oh man, you know what I really need is a different appearance, then maybe. But I have a few of them. I know I got the bear form from the world boss on like my first kill. Pretty good. Pretty lucky. Yeah, and I have the werebear form. Honestly, I kind of don't like the werebear. It doesn't look enough like a bear. I want a bear to have a big old bear tummy, and the werebear is just a little too snatched. Scary making a comeback with War Within. Never say never. I'm gonna pick one tank. I don't know which one. I don't know how I'm gonna pick it either. I don't know if I'm gonna like roll it randomly, if I'm gonna try to figure out what my heart wants, choose which character has the best mog, gather your over solo shuffle. I think so. I don't know what would talk me into doing. I mean, I want the vicious mount, but like,
parties, form up. Footmen to the front.
Yikes.
The Dragonmar supporting the war chief.
Yes, my scouts learned all about.
Yeah, you can turn gold into balance. That's how I bought my War Within.
Bring her proto-drake
You
down.
buy the WoW token on the auction house. The token is going
We're
for
going to need some serious firepower.
WoW token.
Commandeer those towers. Turn the anti-air batteries around and blast her from the sky. Some of you should stay behind to hold the landing zone.
Okay, I don't know.
1.
200 and something K gold, I think.
And push them into the sea. In the name of Hellscream.
Look into the hero
and
talents might help you
its
decide.
rule.
I mean, what I would want for a tank would be something that I feel cool on visually, which could be any of them. And something that I feel is very easy. If I'm tanking, most of my anxiety is channeled towards just trying to manage aggro and figure out where I'm supposed to be going. So I want my tank buttons to be as easy as humanly possible. I want lots of passives. I want very boring. Typically, that's meant bear. Usually, I've been able to put together a perfectly effective, extremely passive bear build for tanking that does just that. $333K. Ho ho ho. That's quite a bit of gold. Can't see the token in the shop on remix characters. Yeah, apparently. I didn't want to buy it, I just wanted to look.
Dragonmar, advance!
Well, it takes in 7 minutes. It's gonna take 7 minutes just for Galacrass. Bear lets you show off your mage tower accomplishment. Yeah. I have lots of good druid transmogs, but you don't get to see your transmog when you're tanking in bear form. But do you get to see your transmog when you're tanking anyways? Because you've got like a boss's knees in your teeth. Like, I don't know. I feel like the place that you admire transmog is at the beginning of the key before the timer starts. You like look around at everybody and go, oh yeah, we're ready to game. But then once you're actually in it, you're just looking at your UI. Can you imagine how much you would have to play to make enough for a token in Remix? I'm sitting on 14K gold right now in Remix. And that is with 3 days of played time. 3 days and 11 hours. 3 days and 4 hours of which have been at level 70. More bad news. Italy down 0-2. Maybe they'll pull it back. Maybe they won't. Who's to say?
Breach the tower.
One down.
Patiently
one
waiting
to
for the
go.
token to plummet so I can get some balance. I don't think I can buy any more tokens. I think I need to save my gold for the in-game gold sinks like the, I guess I have everything that I'm going to buy from the vendor that goes away in August. Because I checked and I bought like 2 more things. I have more gold that I could spend on it, but it's for transmogs that I just don't see myself using. Who's to say? Me to you in about 30 minutes? How long are these games? It feels like the results are coming very quickly. I thought we were just down 1. Now we're down 2. Oh, it's in one game. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm thinking, how have you done an entire match in like 30 minutes? I don't know anything about football, but I'm pretty sure it takes longer than that. Dig is in 5 minutes. I'm not gonna make it. Galacrass isn't even gonna be up, but I've come this far. I mean, I could always do the next one at 11:30, but that's no fun. One game, not a series. All the games are one game.
Dragon Maw! Advance!
It's just nothing to do on this one but clean up your bags, and at a certain point, your bags are clean. Nope. How much health am I at? 7.3 mil with a fort buff. What if I get my tenacity pet out? I haven't done that in a while. Poor Hilda has not seen the light of day. With the tenacity pet, I'm at 7.9, almost at 8 mil health.
Next squad, push forward!
That's kind of fun. Should have taken your break, right? Yeah, it is 10:30.
Target change.
Do not get how this fight made it out the door 15 years ago. I think it was more interesting when it was like an actual challenge to like make sure it all gets together. But yeah, it did not age well in the scheme of farming things. I guess I got a bunch of these items for the quest, but I'm pretty sure I can just stomp through all of those without it. I've not once used these bottle of bees in Remix. Never has that been useful.
Advance!
Need to get through all the bonfires this weekend. Gonna take forever.
Phase
Best
2.
of luck to you. It's faster than it used to be because of dragon riding. Especially if you get the hang of using your aerial halt right before you land for a fire to get like a vigor back. Alright.
Done it.
28. I wonder if I leave.
The bigger they are.
I know there's more bosses. Oh, there's such easy
We'll
ones
hold
too.
the docks for the remaining landing parties.
You know what? We
Follow
can do.
the path
We can do
to
at
the
least
gates of
Galagras.
Orgrimmar and make
Because or not
contact
Galagras.
with Vol'jin and his
The scorpion,
revolutionaries.
big stinger. Maladol, thank you for
We'll
the
see
2
if
months
he's managed to
reset.
keep up his end
The
of
Drake break.
bargain.
Because I'll have a few minutes to get there, but I want to do the weekly, and I'm gonna need to get my character out there. I don't think that I left my priest there. The Drake break. What's the Drake break? I feel like it's a
Our
funny
casualties
joke, and
are
I
too
just don't
heavy.
know. I don't know what it means.
Don't be foolish, Vol'jin! You have no siege weapons left!
You have no siege weapons
No
left.
doubt about that.
Aerial halt is the Drake break. Oh, that makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense.
The beast be slain!
I thought you meant like a break as in like a,
You may have defeated my war machine.
you know, like a rest.
Still stands. You will not take Orgrimmar today.
Anudora!
Okay, so let's see if we can make it. I haven't done one of these Azerothian Archives things in ages. I want to look and see how much transmog I'm missing from them. Because they have cute appearances. Like, I do want to get all of it, even if it takes me into the War Within. I guess I can just leave a character right there. But, you know, if it's my main, I don't know. I need a snack. I am like so lucky. I had smoked salmon on my toast with eggs this morning. It was delicious. It was perfect. We picked up some lox to put on bagels, but then we didn't have bagels, so we just had it on toast. Alright, so we're gonna zoom on down there for a start. With our midsummer armor Drake and my chef's hat on. Wonderful. I need 9k more fragments. Done with them. Keep up with it every week. You're so diligent. I'm sure I need loads.
Attacked Clan Shikar's lands while our backs were turned. Help us strike back against them and
I can
their
check
vile
once I get over there.
primalist allies.
Great fish gather in droves. Go, gather meat for us and bring back stories
Lost
of your
bagel
exploits.
this morning with an Americano. Oh, you're living. Yeah, smoked salmon. It's really good. It's one of my favorite things. It's not the healthiest food, but that doesn't mean it's not yummy. Digs this way. Yeah, 7 minutes left. I like it with a little bit of black pepper and a tiny bit of like a Parmesan or like a Pecorino cheese. We have some Pecorino right now, so I've been just like grating a little bit over all kinds of different things. Capers, red onion, slice of tomato.
I think I see a glimmer of something up there on that wall. Give it a climb.
Surprisingly, not that many places serve it here. Like, if you wanted to order one delivered, or even just like at a restaurant, like different places will have smoked salmon eggs Benedict, which is also very good. But just like a Lox Bagel's like weirdly hard to get a hold of. Okay, so I have the quest. I have the weekly quest. That's good. Here, I'll do at least one activity. Looked up guides on how to do Glory Achievement solo and hopes there was something new. Multi-boxing a party is not solo. Yeah. I've never gone that far for an achievement.
You dare to steal from
You
my
can usually find people,
crucibles?
if you don't mind like coordinating on Discord, that are also looking for the achievements, that are happy to like arrange a time and crank them out.
Perish in flames.
We were just talking about that voice line yesterday. Okay. Right, so from the Azerothian Archives vendor, I need 10 more things. And it means that I need another 91,000 fragments, of which I have 4,000 right now. Doing the weekly quest gives you 5k. Okay. That's a long time. At 5k per... I'm sure I could crank them out much more quickly if I did the dig like every hour. I know people that ground it out like that, but I don't know, man. I should have been doing this every week. It doesn't take very long. It's not hard. They haven't announced an official pre-patch date yet. We know it's going to be before July 30th. Or I guess on or before July 30th, because that is... I guess we don't know, but we have a very strong idea. Because on beta, there were data mined assets marking that as the first day of the pre-patch event. So July 23rd is being heavily speculated as the pre-patch date. Late July seems pretty safe to say. But yeah, no official achievement announcement.
I have a theory, but I'd love...
Doesn't seem to me that there's too many things that are like going away at the end of the season or pre-patch. Like there's a few things like the Awakened Raids mount, the Wilder Worm thing. What do you call it? The Voyaging Wilderling, pardon me. That's one of them. The Keystone Master mount for the season. But a lot of these things, it seems like you could come back and work on them later.
Another kid.
don't know if my tasks are actually helping me get more tomes or if I'm just keeping busy while we wait for the boss. 92. Yeah. It's vaguely worth it. Never-ending list of things to keep up with in WoW these days. I log in for 10 minutes. Panic. Log out. I think the main reason I don't mind is because I'm very well... I've made my peace with not getting everything. And it's okay for me to just kind of... It's less about trying to complete everything and more about trying to find something that I would like to do. And there's always things to do. If I'm close to completing something, then completing things becomes something to do. But I'm usually pretty spoiled for choice on activities. I don't think that I'll ever realistically feel caught up, not unless I start streaming like 3 times as long every day and just doing nothing but playing. World quest for fragments. Ooh, that's true. That is a lot. They're annoying though. They're kind of brutal. Do you think resubbing now would be worth? Long-time player, wait until War Within in August. I would wait until at least the pre-patch. I think the pre-patch is a good time to come back because then you would be able to get comfy with whatever the current version of your class is after the class changes. You can get yourself some catch-up gear in the pre-patch event. If there's any collectibles for that, you'd be able to get them before the expansion comes out. Have some time to sort of get yourself situated before the floodgates open. So I would give it like another month if it was me. 1 minute. I think at 1 minute I'm just gonna go wait. I'm just gonna go wait by the boss spawn point here. It does seem like Blizzard's increasing doing limited time things. FOMO marketing's fine for me. Feels unfair for people that struggle with it. Yeah. I think that people that are really bothered with it are going to burn out eventually. Like Blizzard is kind of sacrificing that audience. And they've done the calculation somehow that it's worth it. They'll get enough engagement from other people that it makes sense to them. But yeah, they do seem like they're very much leaning into the limited time events and get this before it goes away kind of thing. Yeah, that's true. If you wanted to play Pandaria Remix, then now's a great time to come do it. We gotta stay up today until after we get gotta get the news video up before we can take a nap. Yeah, I agree. I think that Remix would be a Season 4 thing. I hope we get one again for War Within Season 4. Which feels so far away, but is it?
I've seen things that would scare you shellless.
Man, my bags are so much cleaner in Remix.
I was done talking to you.
I guess I could just vendor a bunch of this stuff. Don't really need it. I don't think you've mentioned how you feel about buddies in Hearthstone. I like them. I think they're fun. I've been playing a little bit here and there. Not as fun as quests, but still a good time, and it's just nice to sort of mix up the meta a tiny bit. I haven't figured out what I like playing yet, and I have not done too much duos with buddies. There might be some interesting combos where you could trade your buddy to somebody else and have them have both buddies. There we go. Sitting on 9,500 fragments. If I leave that for another week. I should just leave Inksy here. I should just leave my main right here. Maybe she should wear an archive, like a related outfit so that, I mean, she's kind of got a related outfit. She's got some rope. Missing a few things. Yeah, let's give her an Archivist mog. Also, wasn't I really close to a meta achievement for it? Not that I'm getting distracted or anything, but I am. 19 of 20 clues. And then 5 of 10 rocks. So I guess I would need to do maybe more world quests for that. Give me a title.
Oh, I have just the thing, Wanderer.
I thought that it was saved as like a total set. Because there's the Drake Racing sets, there's Plunder Lords, there's Gilnean Noble. Maybe not. Or maybe I don't have all of it. Darn it, okay. Well, we can do it the old-fashioned way. There's the work shirt. I love that work shirt. I think it's so cool. And then we've got a pack. I also really like this this new witch doctor thing that I got from the gold sink vendor, but I don't know if it'll go with any mogs for her. Those are the excavator pants. There's the belt with the little flask on it. Yeah. Some boots. I don't know if it'll all be from the same set. The hook magnifier. Oh, the magnifying glass is kind of cute. And then the rope, even if it doesn't sit quite right. The lantern's cute, but it's just too big. It just clips horrifically. Like her whole foot's on fire. Geeky Diva, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. The White Maeve set. Hang on. I'll put this mug on and then I'll see if I can figure out what we mean. The white set. Probably not that one. Oh, the White Maiev set. 12 months of trading post. You have to do 12. You have to complete the trading post bar on 12 different months, and then you get the set. You can mog it separately, or you can mog it as one that changes based on the day or night. Maiev, yeah. I can't spell it either. Don't worry. Oh, she needs some glasses. She needs some excavator glasses. We do have hats, but it's all about the. Oh, do I not own any yet? I don't know if I do, actually. Wouldn't they be with the hats? Because I have various glasses. I just don't know if any of them were. Oh no, those are from it. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. Yeah, there you go. I do. They were just with the rest of the glasses.
May your feet find
All right.
good trails.
She is ready for me to leave her here to do the dig every week. I love the glasses. Nerd alert. There is a vendor here
Choose wisely.
that has the Archivist, the Azerothian Archives appearances, which include a variety of glasses. There's also glasses that you can buy in Stormwind or Orgrimmar from a vendor near the barber shop.
Hold your head high.
What happened to Inxie's vision? I think it was damaged by the pen light that somebody's been shining in her eyes for like two or three patches. Do my helm as the Forest Lord's antlers. Yeah, she won't be done this anytime soon, but she looks good in the meantime. Wish I could toggle the fell vision off. Glasses are useless. You don't see them on a DH. I think you can. I think you can mog... Hang on. Let me see. Let me take him to the barbershop real quick. I thought you could. Miracle gnomes don't walk around like Illidan. I can also show the glasses vendor while I'm at it. If you got an interview, is the first question you ask about the gnome eyes. It would depend on who the interview is with. If you're doing like a systems interview, then talking about like a lighting effect is not going to get you very far.
Hello. See you later.
Is this the vendor? Yeah, so you can get some glasses for Alliance. There's this little kid out here to the right of the barbershop in Stormwind, and they sell. You're right, that's so silly. They sell a bunch of different glasses that you can wear, but there's more of them for the Azerothian Archives. Kasumi, wow, thank you for the 41-month resub. Let me see. I'm using Trove Tally to track remix weapons, and then I was using, I don't know, a mess of different things to try and track. So if we say blindfold. Okay. Right, so if I do fell eyes, then I cannot. Alright. Okay, no, you're totally right. Darn it, I was hoping that there was a way that I could give him, like, normal eyes. But it's blindfold or nothing. I was hoping I could just give him, like, no eyes. You could do a more basic blindfold. But yeah, if we do this, and then we're trying on glasses. I mean, they look better than they do over the blindfold. Especially with the sunglasses, like the shades are pretty good, I think. Why are you keeping a naked demon hunter prisoner on your login screen? Why are you pretending like naked is not like the default preferred way for demon hunters to be? He's ready for summer. Skies out, thighs out, man. I was... Oh yeah, that's right. We were farming transmog. I have a few good monks. She doesn't have an outfit yet. She's a mechanome, so she doesn't really get one. Shellfish is just wearing like a regular set, but Anthus has got the tusks on. Pretty good mod, really. I like this one. This has really grown on me. We put this together after I got tusks, and at the time I wasn't quite sure about it, but the more I look about it, the more I think this is pretty cool. I know. Listen, he's got his back muscles out. He's still getting his tan. He doesn't really look like a paladin, but like, you know, whatever. And then she's living. This is the character that I bought those shorts for. She needed the board shorts to go with this. Boy's living his best picnic life. Honey Plum's got heritage on. This is a mess. I don't know what this set is. I don't know what she's trying to accomplish. She's been wearing this for a while. I don't hate it. I just don't know what it is. It's green is what it is. Mungo. Mungo went to the troll land at Epcot, and he got very excited about it. And then she's just been to the Beauty and the Beast ride. She got dressed up like a princess. She's just wearing the same stuff she finished leveling in. Evokers don't get to see their Mog in their loading screen. It's so sad. There's heritage armor. Barnacles, I guess he was demoing the back piece, but he's mainly in his dock worker outfit. I love this outfit. He looks like an NPC and it makes me so happy. I still haven't fixed this. She's gonna wear it till the next Trial of Style. And then Hunters. Troll Heritage. Draenei Heritage. Cumin. Not much. Cumin very, very simple. She's ready for summer too. She's ready to garden. She's doing the dig site thing. Barnacles has too many clothes on. Listen, I can't make all the men nude. People will think that it's a thing. I mean, I can, but like, you know, maybe he likes wearing clothes today. What if his belly's getting sweaty though? He needs to let his belly button breathe. I thought that was your thing. It kind of is. People think that already. Where'd my kitty cat go? Oh, she's napping back there. Okay, all right. We've done our transmog detour, and we are back to farming Trove Tally weapons. Now, I was doing Siege Elefar. I was not getting anywhere with it. Oh, yeah, we're just gonna sit in these queues. I'm not doing the Galacrest queue. This one's okay. I'll just sit in the first queue. It does have 4 bosses. We do have things that we can kind of farm in the meantime. I think I'm meant to be exploding some stuff here. Spelly Fuzz needs to breathe. Have you ever thought about doing acting? Oh, both in voice and acting for sci-fi, elven, fantasy movies. That's very sweet. I have no acting chops whatsoever. I have no stage presence. I have no ability to pretend. I think voice acting could be fun if it was one of those roles that's like already me. If it was something in my wheelhouse, it would be fun to do voices for it, but I can't act to save my life. I'm highly uncomfortable even trying. Chad, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Cryptic weapons exploded. Where did they leave their weapons? Are these weapons? They look weapony. They don't have like arrows on them though. A lot of actors aren't very good at it, but they still work. Yeah, there's a lot of actors that are very good that don't work though. That does not seem like the kind of business to get into if you're just gonna half do it. I thought all the world was a stage. Listen, my stream is a stage. And it's perfect because I can't really mess it up, you know. I've tricked all of you into expecting nothing other than whatever happens here, which means I can just get up and turn it on and be like, hello. And congratulations, I'm working. It's great. You get kind of spoiled because you get to do things your way. I don't ever finish a stream and then have like the director be like, listen, can you try it a little bit this way this time? You know, I don't get a lot of notes, or at least I don't have to take a lot of notes. 30 minutes later, your pick is out of the tournament. Oh no! Rip Italy. I suppose I'm not clairvoyant after all. I think I'm gonna have to abandon this. I'm pretty sure these are the weapons that they had in mind, and I'm pretty sure they're not gonna let me blow them up. What if it's this? I think I broke it. Works for me. Free gardening tips. If I end the stream early, Kira gets mad that her warm lap leaves. When I was ending stream early to do raid testing in the last week or two, Moose was always confused. He was like, wait, why are you done? What time is it? What's going on? The rack's in front of the tower. I know, I've been bombing them. They're just not, it's just not working. I think I need to drop the quest. He seems so upset about the Italy result. You need to end stream early. Oh, thank you for being so understanding. You got it. Oh, I did! It did work. Whoa. Fancy that. Crazy, I didn't even notice. Alright, look at all those quests I have to turn in. I'm definitely gonna get my weapon. For sure, right? For sure. Ooh, and the rear's back up. I always want to do those because they can drop greens. I got shoulders, but if you're lucky, you'll get weapons.
We are the Watchers.
So fun turning in just tons of quests.
We serve so others do not have.
It's a little sad that I'm not leveling, but you know, it's alright. It's still fun. Nope. 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 And nope. Darn it. I got some armor, just not the weapon I'm looking for. I think voice acting would be cool. I think I would be disrespecting existing voice actors and their training and talent and hard work by just assuming that I can show up and wing it and have anything work out. I think it would involve training and hard work and etc. I guess most things do. Oh, that yak does not care for me. Offer others an apple. I forgot about this. Oh, oh. Yes! That's it! That's the one! Alright, well, we're done with this zone, which is perfect because I was starting to run a little bit low on quests. Excellent. Fantastic. I am done with this zone. Yep. And with Jade Forest. Let's reload that. I mean, if Blizzard asked me to take a role, I would do it, but it would be weird because they hire real voice actors. I am not a real voice actor. I am a streamer. I am qualified to stream and make YouTube videos. Congrats. Oh, I'm so excited. All right. We're out of here. Let's blow this popsicle stand. Let's painstakingly abandon these quests one by one. And sorry, brothers, you don't get your apple because I don't know where it was. You're not a bad yak. There are no bad yaks. We're just getting out of here. We're gonna go find something else to farm. All right. We need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 items remaining. 3 of which are open world drops. One of them is from the Timeless Isle, or the Isle of Thunder. Dread Wastes and Kunlai Summit. Which one should I do? Kunlai Summit? I appear to be flying in that direction. There are stinky ones, though. What if they need someone to say jump? Jump! Keep jumping! No, I don't need that, and I should leave it up. I have to remind myself that if I'm done with Transmog for a zone, there's really no incentive for me to kill a bear, and there's every reason for me to leave it up for other people. So I think I did some of these quests on Squidgy. Unless I did them on a different character. I know I did them for the zone achievement. So I've got some things. I need the Tian Monastery staff. Somebody said they didn't think it dropped for Hunter, but I wonder if they were just unlucky. Because it should do. And it looks like it, you know, it's like an Agi staff as well as anything. I've got one quest available. If I did do a lot of the quests already, then it's a bit unfortunate that it didn't drop for me by now. Isle of Thunder dailies, oh no. I can always... Oh wait, for a second I thought I just got it. I just got this one, but I had that appearance already. It's cool though. Zeldak, where's your go-to Kunlai Summit farming spot? I'm not gonna do it like right now, but I want to know for just in case.
We're far from home.
Southeast side of the zone, where the yak people constantly spawn and attack. Be careful. Southeast, like Bindin Village-ish. Also, I witnessed history, and now they want me to go to Vale, and I don't want to do that. Okay, let's try that for a hot minute, because I don't really have any obvious quests to pick up and do. So let's... Yeah. No, this isn't the farm spot. There's just stuff here. And that's a pretty good one. Which zone did you say was rough for farming? It was Valley of the Four Winds, right? I think I don't need anything from there, so I should be okay. Four Winds, yeah. Alrighty. These are lootable. Okay. Well, this should hopefully be pretty straightforward. We've got multi-shot, we've got gems. We have no lack of focus to spend on it. They spawn and respawn in nice little packs, which is kind of nice. I don't have to worry about gathering them up. They're kind of pre-gathered. What's happening? I am farming for a transmog. I'm hoping to get this Tian Monastery staff to drop from these mobs. So we're just doing some open world farming. It's a zone drop. It could also be contained in quest caches. I'm trying to 100% the hunter weapons in Remix. And hopefully, because I'm not like looking for the loot in a big flood of like LFR loot spam, hopefully I'll notice if I get it. I guess I can also leave the window up. There's no harm in that. No photos, lots of fresh air. Nice. Always good to get outside. Any other weapon types you're tempted to get? I mean, this is nice because this sorts out staves, which are like my biggest one. Because I use those the most. Of weapons that I mog, that's my biggest thing. Everything else I feel like you don't notice as much. There are lovely like wands and maces and whatnot that I could try to farm on a priest. Priest could do wands and maces and daggers. Plus it would be some redemption for poor Shellfish, the first character that I leveled. Didn't know you streamed on Twitch. Videos are good info, easy to understand. Well, thank you very much. I'd have to farm swords on something else. I like swords, but I don't really use them much, which I think is why I don't have very many of them. I'm getting greens at a pretty good clip, so that's nice. Every time I get a green, I just have to imagine that I opened a quest box. That's how I need to consider the pace. I don't need to worry about the ones that didn't happen. Go to, yeah. Yeah, you can get quite a few of them on Warrior. If you want them to actually drop for you without having to beg them off people, there are things that Warrior can technically equip and use that will never drop for you in Remix, that you would need to ask people for. Like bows and guns, for example. Warriors can equip and learn them, but it's never going to give you one on your own. Although I don't need bows and guns because I did them on a hunter. I'm all done. Do you guys think they would ever add another bow and gun user that was like as a primary, like a DPS? I guess it doesn't have to be a DPS. It could be like a healing dart Ana from Overwatch style situation. But it is kind of crazy that there's one class that uses those things, that actually like uses them. Desperately want a mage healer. Healing Trank gonna be kind of fun. I used to want it to be something kind of like a Tyrande / Vol'jin / Sylvanas style hunter. I wanted them to kind of mix together hunter and priest elements. But they took a lot of those elements, things like Sentinel Owl, and they put them just into regular hunter. And they took things like Black Arrow, that would have been a very cool dark. Like they took Dark Ranger, and via hero talents, they put that into regular hunter. I'm getting a lot of threads this way. I know that this is one of the ways that people have been thread farming. It's just funny the epic threads drop. Yeah, like a ranger, but nowadays I don't think they're gonna do it because they've got too many of those elements in regular hunter. So if they were gonna make another ranged weapon user, they would have to do something wildly different. You could do like a tinker class that uses guns. Who else would use bows? I feel like hunters have really nailed the fantasy archer archetype down, and there's not a lot of wiggle room left in it. Like a rogue range spec. Yeah. I mean, you already have outlaw rogues with their pistol shot. And a blue for all the good that does. Not much good. Yeah, only one class uses glaives, but that doesn't bother me as much as bows. I guess I'm not bothered, I'm just making conversation. Who's cackling? It was like the Headless Horseman, and I'm like, wait, isn't it June? It's a quest pop. Oh, is it Shaw of Anger? Shaw of Anger died. It's like... Oh man. Somebody's about to start spitting poetry at me. Because there are Batari Flamecallers that are yelling things like you will burn with your lands and die and, you know, other stuff to put in the greeting card. Stubbed his toe. Druid Ranger crossover hybrid. I wonder how long of farming. I always get so impatient and bored whenever I do this kind of like open world farming. I wonder how long you're looking at for like ballpark one weapon. I guess it depends on if you get lucky or not. Let druids use guns. Banshee class race with ranged weapons. "5 hours farming one weapon mog from Vale." No. Who voice acted Shot Laugh? What if it was the same actor that did the Horseman? Maybe that's why it sounds familiar. Or maybe it's just like a very good generic fantasy evil cackle. Got a Serpent Guard spear that I already had. Oh, that's a cool appearance though. That thing is sick. I don't think I would necessarily want to farm weapons on a class that can get tons of them because it would make the pool bigger. You would almost want to farm them on a class that only uses the ones you want and not very many other things. So if I want weapons that I can mog on a priest, I should probably farm on a priest. Then you're not getting a bunch of like extra weapon drops for types that you don't need. Pirate would be a cool class. I think Outlaw Rogue is basically the pirate class though. Like we already have that. I always mog my Outlaw Rogues as pirate. I just put them in the swashbuckler stuff and call it a day. As a rogue main, I would love a dual pistol range spec. I guess combo points would be kind of cool. A way to set it apart from hunters and their focus. Also, we're still in queue for that first Wing of Siege. It's true that it seems like the nicest wing to do, but trying to sit in queue for it back-to-back is kind of rough. I wonder if I should give it a sec for all this to respawn. I'm just trying to farm a little too continuously. Are there more on the other side? Anybody fighting? Fighting? No? Okay. People over here, surely. Yeah. Hello, Sebblue. How are you doing today? Try to find 2 LFR queues, so one's taking while I do the other. Yeah, I guess I could stick myself in a, if I only want to farm that wing for Siege, but I want to do another one, I could do a Throne one as well. That seems pretty... Well, Council of Elders bugs sometimes. I'm a little scared of it. What's the preferred, I wonder if it's Pinnacle. The preferred wing for Throne of Thunder. The latter two are the fastest? Okay. Let's sit in queue for those two, shall we? See if we can get a little more LFR going. I swear I'm not lusting, it's just the sound. I'd have thought about story mode raids. I can't wait to hear it. Do share. Wait, what's this? Oh, it's a flame garden. I was gonna say, what do you mean? No, it's just the bonfire.
Tell me of your travels.
You don't get a... Do you get a box for it? No, no box. Alright. Isn't the lore ending almost always mythic only? I would say mythic only phases are not the norm. I think they're the exception. And there's nothing to say that they would do more of them. Or that they would continue to put like story elements in them. I see what you're saying with like the mythic only phase of Garrosh and whatnot, but you know, they weren't designing story mode raid difficulty at the same time. Their philosophy might have changed. Pardon me. Excuse me. How do you rate Panda Remix on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is Margot Robbie and 1 is Soup? It's a phenomenal scale. Thank you for appreciating. Solid 8. I almost gave it a 7 because, you know, you don't want to be too generous. And Margot Robbie's a pretty high 10. But, oh, I got, no, I got something else. I got a different staff. It's really good. I've been like into it this whole time. Especially after getting the first character leveled. I think that from my second character on, I was in good shape. What kind of soup? Kind of those boss mounts is huge. I think the biggest thing that I got that I wouldn't have had otherwise was probably the toys. There's 2 toys that I was missing, like the gastropod shell. I was never gonna get a gastropod shell. Now, like, I was kind of sort of farming it when I was also in there. I got a crossbow. No, my loot spec's definitely survival. I was kind of sort of farming it when I was, farming the mounts in there as well. When I was in there for G-Kun and Horadon's mount, I would also, you know, clear the trash and try to get the gastropod shell toy to drop. But after I finished getting those mounts, I wasn't going to go back in there for just the toy. And then tusks, I didn't have a hope. I didn't have a hope in hell to get tusks because I was done farming that mount already. And it was kind of the same thing. Like, once I had the mount, I didn't want to go back in and keep farming. Freemix is here to stay for Season 4. What X pack would you like to see them do next? I want BFA, but I would be happy with any of them. I would be thrilled to get any remix next. But if it was up to me, I'd like BFA. I think BFA would make a wonderful one. CH talent tree. Weird with talents that take away your abilities. It's a passive option, you know. Instead of having work to do, you just get like your bonus. Any excuse to go back to Borealis, I'll take it. I think BFA is ready for its rose-colored glasses reassessment. It's ready for its revival. It was not popular when it was current, and there were some good reasons for that. But Remix, I think, would completely smooth over all the reasons, because you don't have to mess with Azerite gear, because it's Remix gear. It would work great. These are nice, fast respawns. We're getting lots of gear. It's not the gear that I need. Hella confused when I started playing WoW at the end of BFA. No idea what I was doing. Enjoyed the X-Pack. BFA was very systems heavy, and the systems were kind of annoying to navigate and also just controversial. I didn't like Azerite gear. I wasn't a big fan of... I mean, I was fine with it. I don't think that Azerite power didn't ruin my experience at BFA. I didn't really let it ruin it. I didn't feel a need to try to be like on the tip-top level of progression for my Heart of Azeroth. I was happy to be at whatever like the median was and kind of like lean on catch-up Azerite power gains to make sure I didn't fall behind, but I wasn't going to push super hard to try to get ahead. It felt to me like there were big diminishing returns for that kind of grinding, and I would rather just sort of coast and then be medium. And that worked fine for me, but... the gear was just kind of a lot of fuss. Plus, you didn't have tier sets, which was kind of a bummer. You just had armor type appearances rather than class type appearances. But it was kind of like a grind where you could get infinite amounts of levels on your Heart of Azeroth, but they would just take tons of grinding, and it was increasingly more to grind at every level up. And as you leveled it up, you would unlock different tiers of your gear and stuff. It was just kind of busy work that made people feel like they had to grind island expeditions and stuff. Started WoW in 8.3, getting reps up was an enormous task for Pathfinder.
Your rage gives you strength.
What else was going on in BFA? I remember at the end Horrific Visions happened, and Corruptions. Corruptions were kind of fun in a last week of school chaos kind of way. Horrific Visions I didn't love. I did them. I kind of enjoyed the challenge, but I found it really annoying how they felt very samey every week. It felt like you were doing the same dance every single time. But you needed to do it multiple times. It wasn't like Mage Tower where it was like, great, I figured it out, I did it once, and I've done it. It was like, okay, well now do that exact same thing again with like a mildly different flavor. Like they had affixes or horrors, or I forget what they called them, but they had debuffs that would change it up week to week, but they weren't that different. It wasn't a big deal. This is the staff that I'm grinding for. It's got some purple ties on it, and then, look, it's got a little bottle opener. Perfect for opening your Pandaren beer. Pardon me. Oh, I'm good. I'm not tired. BFA Mythic Plus was also the first time I feel like they really tried seasonal affixes, and they had some wild ones. I didn't really do that much of it in the first patch, but I remember people were talking about the little Gahoonies. Don't remind me. I got a cute box. I think this is Siege, which would be for the Drakebinder Spire again. Still have nightmares about Skittish. Skittish. I don't really remember it. Was that when mobs would just like drop aggro and chase people?
Ah, we adventure together again. Except this time.
Because it sounds too bad to be true. Like it sounds like too much of a terrible idea to be true.
Once the Titans used
Quit WoW a year ago. If there's anything to keep me involved in WoW. In the last year, they've added more things than it's easy for me to explain in like a quick note. There's really a lot of things. The question is whether or not you would find them fun or want to do them. That infested, just no. I remember the one with the emissaries of Ashara. Was that? I don't even remember what. It might have been a later patch. And you were like line of sighting the one that was doing the big AoE pulse. Season 3, yeah. I don't think I love seasonal affixes. I think I'm glad they're gone. I appreciate them wanting to make keys different week to week, but I like this direction we're moving in where they're not going to be quite so. It's just going to be kind of a more consistent thing. I know everybody loved Reaping because it was just AoE pad the affix. Prideful could bite me. Prideful was so annoying. I remember trying to learn how to tank in that season and then being like, this is the dumbest idea I've had in a long time. This is so punishing to pull things in even a slightly wonky order. Like season 1 of Shadowlands. Awful. Although I did like, I had a WeakOr that would alert me when Prideful was going to happen on the next pull or like after another mob kill. And I used to tell my group in voice when it was going to happen by doing the witch cackle that my WeCore did for me. I would replicate it for them. They stopped inviting me to stuff. I can't figure out why. Hazel, will you still respect me as a viewer if I follow someone else's remix leveling guide? Yeah. You're fine. I don't make enough content to expect anybody else to live within my ecosystem. I am not Apple. This is not a walled garden. Memorize Necrotic Wake perfectly and use the same roof for the entire expansion. Alright. Drake Binder's Spire is gonna drop. We're making it happen. For a moment I thought this person was in a head-to-toe red bodysuit, but that's just the red Draenei skin color on that player.
Special cup.
We have Golden Lotus, but they pledged their lives to defend this place.
Nope. Not that time. At least the loot lag's not that bad. Sometimes that can be really annoying. Just a literal demonic Eridar, pay it no mind. I think I was more distracted by their name being Shooty Booty. I think I'm a fan. S tier name. Sometimes names are a bit vulgar, and I'm not a fan. I'm not having fun, but I feel like that one's alright. I don't like it when they're like really graphic. You can get away with Shooty Booty.
Astounding.
Bonus points for
Another
rhyming.
chamber that looks to originate from these titans. It must have been hidden away long before recorded history, and with good reason. In the chamber ahead, under our peaceful land, slept the heart of an old god.
Halt!
Oh my, what is
I've gotten
this?
so many versions of that same
Hello?
staff now.
I am Lord
I
Walker
need a
Joe.
different one.
No further corruption will enter the heart chamber.
I met an evoker with a great name in Terrace.
Further corruption? Oh no, we are here to stop the corruption and save Pandaria.
You wish to purge the corruption?
Critical Role character. I see.
Yes.
This add-on is called
please
Trove
let us
Tally.
pass.
I'm using it to track weapon appearances that I don't have yet in
Pass
Greenland.
this door. At this time, you would fail. You, all of you, are corrupted with
We've
the
got a couple today. We got a world drop
insidious
one, which is nice.
flame
I'm
as
done with the
pride.
Canlong Steps.
You stand
I don't.
tall and
Oh no, we got
proud
one from Siege of
of
Orgrimmar
your
Lefar, so we are making progress today.
This will be
Oh,
your
the
time.
easy scrap. Easy scrap is for
Should
destroying.
you wish to defeat the corruption, you will first need to purify the corruption within yourselves. Speak to me again when you are prepared to face
Super
your
nice, especially when you're just constantly
inferior.
clearing your bags of stuff.
I will create a field to keep your corruption quarantined. Prove yourselves worthy, and I will let you pass.
So much chit chat.
The light
5,
cleanses,
4,
but it is
3,
not gentle.
2,
Gird
1.
yourselves and be purified. You have been judged and proven yourselves worthy. But be warned.
It's a great robe.
What lies
It's a cool look
beyond
for a
will
hunter.
Try your souls to their utmost.
Not what we're after, though.
When you are fully prepared, you may enter the chamber. The corruption is amplifying.
So much braver than I used to be.
Must be
Flying in.
before it becomes too great.
Debuffs away. I wonder if we're gonna lose anybody.
It
Oh,
did
oh,
not
oh.
matter.
Yep.
It comes.
Sharanzu. Joe. The outsiders. They did
Come. Face me. Give in to your
Alright. One Drake Binder Spire. You can do it.
Speak, friend. I will take you to the healers.
You've let your
I will find you. Try to hold up the ship. Heroes, you're alive. I brought help.
That's not what we're after. I see other people loot them sometimes
So
too, but you can't
Hellspring's
even trade these
arrogance
ones.
unleashed
You
the
have to
last
have
of
them
the
drop for
Shaw.
you.
I am not surprised.
Should be doing LFR Awakened raids my warrior ults, because they can get all the weapons. What's your all the things percentage looking like these days? You do a lot of transmog farming. $96 for Druid only. Very impressive. My priest stats aren't that good. I feel like I might be in the 80s somewhere for priest. Or at least I used to be. I may have fallen off now. Finished all the Garrosh heirlooms. Never have to run siege again. Nice. Although I guess Remix must have improved my collection totals because of just the vast quantity of mogs that we've been able to get. I know these last couple aren't going to make a huge difference, but you know, sometimes you learn a set and it's like you've got 100 new item IDs. Congratulations. It's got to make a dent. I wonder if I can get... I've got half an hour left. I guess we're going to be sitting in LFR queues, so if LFR pops, then I won't be farming for like the last 30 minutes. But I really want to know if I can just brute force this zone into giving me this weapon.
Come speak with me.
A lot of mogs sorted out. Nice. They're items? Not item IDs. So, this is my all the things. For Hunter? Question mark? Or is that for everything? No, it was for Hunter. For everything, I'm at 52% for this particular zone. But that's for like all of Kunlai, not just Remix. And that includes all of these weapons. Oh, there's fans. I need fans. What if I get steamy? Yeah, so a bunch of weapons. I feel like I could just go buy these things in retail. You know, like, why am I missing random vendor mods? What's wrong with me? But then for Hunter, we were at like 90 something. How could I still be missing? I guess those are drops from like regular. So I guess if there's a weapon drop from a raid in Pandaria. I'm so confused. I guess those are Hunter weapons, but they're not weapons that drop for Hunter. So like maybe I could get those appearances on, well, that's a belt though. Or a chest piece. If I have everything from the vendors, how can I possibly be missing armor? I don't understand. I will never understand how transmog works. I don't get it, man. Every time I think I've figured out a rule, I find something that breaks the rule. It just makes my eyes tired. Hey, Hazel. Hello, beer buddy. How are you doing today? Happy weekend. Happy Saturday. Hopefully we get this pole arm from this particular raid. That would be really nice. It's the last thing we need from Throne of Thunder LFR. I bought everything from the vendor for all classes. I can go back and look again. I mean, I have like 80 God K bronze. I could buy anything if there was anything, but I'm certain that I've cleaned out the vendors. How many remixers have you made? I want to say 7-ish. I don't remember. I found several secrets in War Within, but I'm not telling anyone what it is yet. That's a good way to keep it a secret. It's good. I think Kitty's having a dream. I just heard her go, "Yes, so perfect." Whatever the dream's about, she's mad. This add-on is called Trove Tally. I'm using that to help me track appearances. We also have Narcissus for thread count and gem UI, and then there's a weak aura for bronze completion tracking. That was helpful.
Stop them! The Animus must not be disturbed! The power, it cannot be wielded this way! You tempt forces you do not
This is a nice fast LFR at least.
You have doomed yourselves.
People that are close to 100% on transmog must have so many pages to go through every time they try to make an outfit. It must be just so many things. So many choices. I haven't started farming in Dreadwaste. Soldak would. No. Use the armor sets. Doesn't matter anyway, I'm a druid. Heartbreaking. 96% collected. Walks around with your bear form. Nothing doing. Nothing to be done. Don't even use mounts. I think that's one of the things that's kind of prevented me from maining druid properly in my life, is I would never really consider it because I'm too attached to riding around on my mounts.
Beware.
It was also kind of annoying on Evoker. Evokers do ride mounts and they can, but if I didn't remember to take myself out of my dragon form, I just looked silly. A dragon on top of anything just looks goofy, especially if it's another dragon. Yeah. At least on a priest I can use my mounts to good effect. No luck from that particular wing. We can queue for it again. It is kind of nice, at least for farming these LFR wings, that you can do them back to back. You don't have to do it just once per day. You can grind it all day if you really want to. They should let us dress our cat forms. Cat sweaters. Druid Mog. Druid only transmog. I think it would be neat if some of the Druid tier sets had some effects that would persist or like give you some benefit, you know, like it's a pair of Druid bracers that gives you little anklets on the cat or something like that. I don't know if that takes you out of the fantasy of turning into an animal. Maybe if you shape-shifted, you're not too concerned with your drip anymore, but wouldn't mind a cat expansion. I'm just killing single mobs now. I need to go find bigger packs to farm. No luck on that staff yet. I keep checking just to see if I looted it and didn't notice or something. That's true. You're right. You could just not wear it if you didn't want to. Collars. Pardon me. I was reading a paperback book yesterday, and around page 90 there were 30 pages inserted from a completely different book. Where did you get this book? Did you find it on the street? What if it's somebody trying to promote themselves as an author? It's like when you are listening to like a YouTube playlist of like an album, but then like halfway through the album it turns into covers from somebody that's like really trying hard to make it. "30 pages from a book I read about 20 years ago." Oh, that's spooky. This is creepy. What if it's trying to tell you something? Listen, they're trying to pull you out of the Matrix. Let's do a little lap and see if we can find any of those Kodo packs to clear while I wait for more of these yeah. These ones. I was gonna use buff scrolls, but it just occurred to me for what? A one-shot's a one-shot. There's a fiction book based on that premise. A Winter Night's a Traveler. Oh. I had a convo with my therapist about the Matrix yesterday. It can be kind of a good metaphor for lots of different things. Finally completed all Vander Transmog and Remix. Nice. No, I haven't finished it. At this point, I don't know if I'm going to. I got halfway through, put it down, haven't picked it back up again. I don't like its odds. I watched Frozen 1 and Frozen 2. Not for the first time since then, so I don't know if I'm gonna get to it. I think I'm having more fun farming the weapons because I'm only trying to do them for one class. And it's a class that I have at 476. I think it would be much less fun if I was trying to do it on a... Like, I could see a world where I finish these, and then I start doing it on like, my priest, and I'm like, oh, wait, it sucks to not be wearing fully upgraded gear. I hate this. Never mind. Just gonna pretend we didn't do that. Oh, we got it! We got it! There's a check mark. Tian Monastery Staff. It does drop for hunters. Imagine that. Alright, I'm done with Kunlai Summit. Woo! I will not sing Let It Go for you. World grinding does work eventually. I kind of want to kill Shaw of Anger for threads, and I don't need the threads. I don't need them. Alright. So I'm missing one world drop from Dread Waste, and then one from Isle of... Would you say that Thunder is the easiest place to farm that, or Timeless? If you're just grinding. Thunder maybe, right? You must mog it immediately. I can't. No can do. I'm using a ranged weapon. It would be really funny if I got a double of it. I didn't, but could have done. Thunder Court of Bones isn't bad. Okay. I don't think I need Shohout for anything. I finished it on a different character once upon a time. I have the mount and everything from it. Can't help. Must click on all the things. Can't stop it. The list is getting shorter, but I can't make the window any smaller. It's the only problem I have with Trove Tally. I can't scale it down. This is the staff that we want from the Isle of Thunder, or Timeless. It's kind of like the one that I already farmed, but in a different color with jewelry. Alright, Court of Bones. Court of Bones. There's the Court of Bones. If I aim myself in vaguely that direction and I just hit a... Oh, you know what? I can probably turn in a key.
Greetings.
No, I can't. I don't have any illustrated charms. Oops. Never mind. Alright. See if this takes me there. You gotta love meteor chips for getting around. Me when they make things in special colors. Alright, welcome to the Court of Bones. We got one pair of stone fang leg wraps. We are missing a Jinyu staff is what we're looking for. If I leave this open, I guess we can see if we get it. It'll get a little check mark by it. Gotten a couple greens already. That's kind of nice. I have a few ritual stones. How many do I have? None. Never mind. Thought I had ritual stones, I guess not. Maybe I stuck them in my bank. That sounds like the kind of thing I might have done. Alright, we're back in Throne of Thunder. I think the LFR grind is definitely the worst part of it. It's nice to still have world grinds to do because then you can work on them in between. I think it's going to be pretty difficult for me if I finish the world grinds, if I get these two last items. Oh, and I'm probably going to too because I only have 2 world farm items left. And I need so many things from LFR. Because if you're just sitting in queue, that kind of sucks. You can make it a bit better by sitting in multiple queues, but still.
Unleash useless. More training.
Any luck? No? Not that time. Welcome to my world. Oh, I'm sorry. And it's awful because, of course, the LFR ones are the coolest ones because they're raid recolors and not just, like, quest weapon recolors. This is the part where I stop pretending to be a DPS. I'll let people get here. More or less.
More
no.
kindling
We're
for
good.
the flame. Come, Lulin, let us burn them to ash.
If I must.
Beware.
And see the light.
That's true, you're right. I could get it in an alt, farm open world for different weapons. I think open world farming on an alt is going to be ugly because they won't have any gear. I think it's going to be just gross trying to get them together. It's nice that I can dump any and all bronze they get into their gear, and it's nice that they'd be getting double bronze caches for that. I think it might help them get off the ground, but, you know, I've gotten very used to playing on a 476. I think I'm pretty spoiled. I'm gonna be a mess trying to do it any other way.
You have earned my ire. I will make an example of you, such that all who look upon my might will tremble and submit.
I wonder if we can beat the timer if we lust. We'll find out. No. I guess it's not a timer. You have to the intermission.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I need to get some fresh air in here before we edit in the afternoon. I'm falling asleep. It's like all warm and humid and kind of stuffy in here.
4, 3, 2, 1. Four, 3, 2, 1.
He must not need any night lights. He must be able to find his way to the bathroom at night, just all by himself. Gherkinslice, thank you for the 43-month reset. I got a different weapon. Not the one we're after. GG. Mid that raid. Nice. It's been fun running into you guys in my raid pugs and whatnot. Were you upset that the Canucks didn't have a draft pick until round 3 today? Oh, you know me. Terribly torn apart about it. I think I'm just gonna not re-queue. I'll do any more queues if they pop. I guess I'll do one more queue if it pops. But we'll mainly see if we can what we can farm here. It seems like I'm getting a lot more greens to drop from these mobs. Like almost every like third mob seems to have like a piece of green armor. Maybe I was just getting really lucky. Lots of threads. My thread count's up to 227k and I haven't been doing world bosses for weeks. Does taking one queue mess up your others? No. No, you can sit in multiple LFR queues and they'll continue, like you'll still be in line while you're in another one, but it won't pop until you're done. Just leveled my Mistweaver from 43 to 70 with the out-leveling trick. 559% XP buff on my cloak. Holy moly. That's a lot of raids. You've been wrong for 20 years. Years. 17 tunes in remix, got one pesky class left. What's the unlucky pick? Is it priest? You can tell me if it's priest, it's okay. Rope. Well, I can hear Moosey getting up. You can tell when he shakes because you can hear his ears flapping against his skull. I know I just saw him this morning, but I miss him. He's a good puppy. I feel like I've cleared more of this than I thought I was gonna. All but an Alliance Rogue, and then I have each class on each faction. Oh, that's pretty thorough. Remix is now the first time that I have a character of every class. Did you get the Holiday Drake thingy? I did. Something like my third attempt. I had missed a couple of days, but something on like my third kill. We got it. Alright, someone showed up and they're down here. Hopefully I can make it there. Clearly I don't understand this rare. I kind of thought something was going to be going on in here. I thought this was relevant. I'm kind of curious if there are people that have done... Have any of you been doing the holiday boss every day and you don't have the Drake armor yet? I wonder how common that is. Because many people that I spoke to said they got it within their first day or two. Don't have it yet. Okay. Partner and I. Okay, so there are still people that are waiting on it. Made a rogue on a server that I didn't have one. He's named Box Opener. I think this guy's on the roof, and I don't know how to get up to the roof. Fifth day. Every day so far don't have. Did get the pet though. Upstairs in the tomb. Are there stairs on the inside? There are stairs inside. Okay. Thank you. Oh, there are stairs over here. Look at that. Excellent. No luck. Pet and saddle in the same bag on the second day. With a 14-day event, I'm hoping that everybody that does it every day gets lucky. Go inside, stairs to the right. I wonder if these guys do you drop loot? Do drop loot. I don't know if they have the same chance at greens, but they're nice little tight packs. They're giving me threads and bronze. Oh yeah, I got a green from that one. I think it is worth killing little packs of ghosts. Got the Death Frost enchant on the second day, skipped one day, next day got it on an alt. Nice. I kind of had my hopes up that more of the holiday reworks were going to be on the level of what we had for Noble Garden and for Hallow's End. Those two were quite good. Hallow's End had like the whole boss rework with the choose your own difficulty thing. Noble Garden got a new boss plus a mount. And I feel like Midsummer got a Drake armor. And I do like the new drop logic, but I wouldn't call it content. It's just kind of nice to have. Oh. Can I even get in there? I don't know if I can. Bree Buns, thank you very much for the 32-month resub. Culture Warlock I finished up today. Ended up a couple bars off 70. Houses are expensive, or I don't make enough money. I think houses are expensive. I think that's the number one lesson from today's real estate market is don't take it personally. Doesn't mean anything about you or your work ethic. There are some people that make lots of money that still can't afford anything. It depends on what you're looking for and where. I thought I could get up the hill that side, but I guess not. It feels weird just killing Zandalari trolls. Like, I know they weren't part of the Horde yet. And I know I'm a gnome, so it shouldn't matter to me, but... Is that an enormous bronze orb? It is an enormous bronze orb. It was so big, I almost thought it was something that was, like, pre-existing from Mop. That's true, you're right. There are 2 new mods on the vendor. I guess I was just hoping for like a bigger activity redesign. Imagine being a Zandalorian remix. I know a bunch of people made them just because it was funny. Just a cute combo. What Isle of Thunder? No idea what you're talking about. I think for Dread Waste, when I get to farming that one, I can try questing for it as well. I don't think I ever did the Dread Waste quests. I had the zone meta dungeons with like rares and something or another. Leveled a Dark Iron through Old World. Same-ish awkward. Have a good time in BRD. Dread Waste farming spots, not great. Okay. I'll try my luck with questing then and see if I can get lucky. It's just one appearance, but the last one always seems to be the hardest one. Get a remix Xanadrid for Mog speedruns once the change is implemented. Alright, one more LFR one before we wrap up for the day. This is the best wing. Live in this wing. I didn't see which one popped. Halls of Flesh Shaping. Aw, man. I guess if I was farming LFR Mogs on a Priest, I could literally just heal or Q, auto run, you know. Hit something with a Shadow Word Pain. You're not going to be there contributing the damage. You're technically healing. Nobody would really need healing unless somebody's frying them with a Righteous Fury gem. I guess there's no need for me to worry about my gear. And you would get enough bronze from doing it to get your gear upgraded slowly anyways. Maybe the move would be to farm the LFR Mogs on the Priest before trying to farm the World ones. That might be just the thing. I mean, it would be incredibly boring. You would need some real list of conversation topics to icebreak at parties to get you through that kind of grind. At least on Squidgy, I can feel like I'm doing big damage as I'm tearing through there, so the LFR wings all go really quickly. Yeah, I'm not sure everybody that's using that gem knows exactly what it does. And if they do know exactly what it does, then they're just trolling. Some people like to grief. It's a little funny. It doesn't usually completely murder people, it usually takes them to like half. Or maybe they just want some healing to do. Because it gives the target haste, right? But most people are going to be haste. Most people that are progressed in their cloaks are going to end up haste capped anyway. Especially during like Lust or with your Enkindle or in Lifestorm. You know, there's tons of things that give you haste. I don't know if I'm going to have time for that wing after all. Kind of needs to pop like now because I'm at the end of my time slot. I think we're it. I think we're done. I think we're toast. But there's always tomorrow. And I will be back tomorrow with another stream at the same time, same channel, same place. Maybe a little more mog farming. Can't lie, having fun. hard to want to do something else when this is a good time. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate your company, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.